Cool. So last we played, you guys finally finished clearing out Axholm as a new potential.
Are the people here yet?
They are on their way. And so yeah, you guys cleared out Axholm, and you guys sent a message to Octavia for her to kind of get the Fandolins over to Axholm and
Mandolins?
the Fandolins.
Mandalorians.
Mandalorians. Yeah.
You guys are the
Okay,
Fandolins.
you have to watch Rebels, otherwise you won't know.
Yeah, true. That meme was so spot on, by the way.
That's why I was.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Yeah, you guys sent using your sending stone. Regongar sent a message to Octavia, requesting that she give the Fandolin townspeople the green light to head down to Axholm. You guys were able to find a couple rotten beds, but you guys all have completed a long rest. So go ahead and do that in your character sheet if you haven't already.
All right.
All of us were, I mean, all of us, like I'm fucking treasure, but
Ronnie, too.
everybody was kind of fucked up on that one, you know.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys had questions about before we continue? Like just to catch us ourselves back up?
Well, can you do the recap like normal?
That's what I just did.
Like, is that all of it?
That's kind of it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, then.
Yeah, because
we're
all we
good.
did was finish clearing the top level.
Oh, okay. I thought there was more, but
But
sounds good.
also, you guys had found some special boots or something, right? Special shoes that had a bunch of cobwebs on them. I believe Vexlin had.
No, so there was a whole discussion because I was originally misreading my character sheet and I thought that, so you know there's a little box to like equip shit. When I was looking at that, I thought that was attunement slots and I was incorrect. So I actually have one more attunement slot. But
Nice.
if Gon could get some use out of them, I mean, I'm okay either way. Gon, if you don't care for them, then I would totally take them.
Yeah, I mean, I personally will say I don't care for them. 2 out of my attunement items are pretty vital, I would say, and then the third is the staff that I can cast and use to give myself web and
the
spider climb. Yeah,
spider climb. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, if you're not going to use them, I totally would, unless anybody else wants them.
No,
Okay.
bro.
So then I will add them. They're called the spider slippers, right?
Spider slippers.
Something like that, yeah.
Spidey chanclas.
Wait, are they boots or are they chocolates?
I don't know. It says slippers, so.
Oh, okay.
They're pantuflas in the shape of a concha.
Sounds legit.
One's a
Like
pink,
a Halloween
one's
one,
white.
so it has a spider web on it. Black with white.
It would be way funnier if they're like chunkless, so that's what they're going to be.
Hell yeah.
You reflavor them how you need to. You know?
Just see Vox running around with some chanclas.
A hidden ability. You toss it and it comes back to you like that.
Like
the thunder spear.
Thor's hammer.
Tom's thunder spear. Yeah.
It's like a
Perfect.
A boomerang.
All right.
Audio's coming through soon. If you guys don't hear it yet, here we go.
Francine's here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay.
El Tybalt.
Oh yeah, make sure everybody long rest, just in case you didn't hear that.
Yeah, got it. I'm pretty sure I was in the room with the fucking ruined beds.
I think
So I'm gonna put myself over here.
Zabantic was the one that was looking pretty beat up, so
I think I
give
like
her a
probably
bed.
fell on the stairs, right? That was the last part that I remember.
Yeah, and then we RP'd a little bit after the battle ended, and we gave you a bed in one of the rooms that we rested in.
That's nice of you.
do we send a message back to Fandolin? We
Yeah.
did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ragongar did talk to Octavia, told her to bring them all.
Okay. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna cast message or sending, and I'm going to alert the wyvern that we befriended.
Oh,
Manticore?
shit.
Wyvern.
Forgot about that
Manticore.
guy. Yeah, the Manticore.
The Manticore.
Babo,
befriended.
Babo,
It's a
Babo.
nice decor.
Babo the Manticore.
And I'm gonna say, Babo, the time has come. We need your assistance.
And
We're gonna walk on and engage the dragon.
in the
Oh,
back of your head, Sybil, you hear a rumbling voice speak to you saying, "I am flying over the citizens of Fandolin now, patrolling the skies, ensuring their safe passage to
Hell
Africa.
yeah.
We will see you soon."
Fuck yeah.
Cuckoo.
So Babo is ready to go. And
Oh,
how long are you guys kind of staying here in Axelholm? Are you guys?
oh, we're gonna stay here till those fuckers get here.
Yeah, we wanted to stay till they
Yeah.
arrived.
And it's about midday. If you guys are done kind of recapping and exploring Axelholm, truthfully, there's nothing left for you guys to find. You spend the first several because there's such a large group, it takes them quite a while to get here. You guys would have arisen at dawn. Presumably, it's about like 4 p.m. now that they're getting here. You guys have a few hours of sunlight left, and
Is it daylight saving?
the state.
We're in Arizona, bro.
Exactly.
Mountain time.
Yeah, and are any of you guys like keeping watch, or you guys just kind of playing with bones and dried up poop?
I'll definitely be I want to be out front with Ragongar and Tybalt and just make sure I'm watching for them. Just have my my longbow out and be like waiting nearby Tony in case I gotta like speed out and meet the caravan and help with anything.
Cool. And so, as you are keeping watch with Ragongar and Tybalt,
Julio, can we ask you to hit F12 to make it full screen?
F12.
Yeah,
That is.
Oh no, that's
Not that.
Fucking got him.
Alt F4.
F4.
Not even April Fool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, bro.
Like that?
Just make it full screen. if you can.
That shit was funny.
It's F11.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That used to be my favorite
Close.
to do, and like
Sweet, thank you.
That's
chat
cool.
rooms, and then like eventually like
Alt F4.
MMA and stuff. Be like, yo, if you hit Alt F4, like this cool thing happens. And so logged out.
Yeah.
Bro.
I remember
That
the
was
first
so
time
cool.
I had that happen to me. I was playing like Age of Empires, like multiplayer,
Mhm.
and someone was like, "Oh, F4." I was like,
So as you guys are
Got trolled.
kind of keeping watch on the entrance of Axholm, you guys are kind of steeling yourselves and preparing yourself mentally for upcoming endeavor. How are you guys feeling?
"Fucking awesome." Are you kidding me? Are you asking Ragongar?
I'm
how
asking
he's feeling?
Ragongar, how does Ragongar feel?
Like
Uh,
shit.
Everything that you guys have accomplished, everything you guys
Everything.
need to accomplish.
Amazing.
Tell that to Tybalt and
Ragongar is saying, "Motherfuckers, where is that dragon so we can beat his ass?" Literally.
You ready?
do Tybalt and Glass respond to?
I'm gonna look over to so I guess if this positioning is correct, I'm gonna be more like outside of that little pathway that goes to the interior of the.
They're basically like at
So-
but like on
So
the outside.
I'm gonna hear Ragongar's words and turn and look back over my shoulder as I pull out the Dragon Slayer greatsword and say, I know I feel like I should be scared, but I just feel like this is what we need to be doing. I'll look over at Tybalt.
Do you have Ronster Royston out?
I did. But I'm assuming the moment I pull out the Dragon Slayer's great sword, he fucking disappears, right?
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so they're keeping watch, and we kind of found like a barracks, and we have some decayed beds there and whatnot, right? So the rest of the group is over there resting.
Yeah, but he was
The horse
talking
is
to
there
Sybil.
too, right?
Yeah, the horse is with us.
I'll wait.
I'm gonna address the group if we're all together and say,
Wait, are we?
Currently, it's just the three of you.
oh, just the three of
Hmm.
us. Okay, I'll talk to amongst ourselves just because
Among
it's
us.
like the idea is fresh in my mind, and I'm gonna tell them, the thing that brought us together was to protect Fandolin from the dragon.
I'm gonna
Now-
hug him and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know, man. This is not really like me, but like, I agree. And I'm just gonna that.
Are you like
This is
maintaining the
genuine.
whole? Are you maintaining the hug though, or is it just like a hug, let him go?
It's like
Describe the hug.
Are you like hugging and then like leaving your arm around her
Like a
shoulder?
Christian side hug?
Christian side hug. Yeah, I was about to say.
it's like
Side hug.
maybe like
Oh, like you touch the small of his back.
touch the small of his back, barely.
And-
don't even
and-
touch it. Just like
And
put the hand there.
goosebumps
Yeah,
shoot up his spine.
exactly.
And-
What?
Continue to describe it.
Wow.
I like how like there's this new like meta. I like how there's this new meta for like Ragongar where he's like secretly into like cheesy romance and like novels.
I thought we were doing an
And,
anime.
His true essence is coming out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Remember
Just,
he
uh,
talks
that's true essence.
Just be glad he didn't learn anything from those magazines you picked up.
Oh my God.
romance novels.
Forgot about those.
Those are the best.
Yeah. The side of
Close them out
Ragongar.
now.
Like his first experience with it, right?
You guys thought he
He
was.
never had any kind
Yeah.
of like emotional connection to anything.
You guys
Didn't know
thought he
how
was
to,
emotional
yeah.
before. Wait until you see his affectionate side.
It's like it's just as intense.
So what were you saying, Tybalt?
I was
As
saying,
Ragongar is like giving you a little affectionate hug.
No,
Oh.
that's not really touching him, but yeah, you know.
Hey,
I'm
you already said you
saying-
did.
No, it's just for the goosebumps.
when our mission is to save Fandolin from the dragon. That's what we've been tasked with, and we need to succeed. And I'm willing to put my life on the line for it, and I hope you guys are too.
Wow, how do you respond?
I'm just gonna look over and reach down and put my hand on his shoulder, just give like a quick squeeze, and just say, you know, these past few months traveling with you, getting to learn what it means to be human and watch all that you do and how you treat people has led me to this path, and I don't think another day will go by without me actively striving to protect people like the ones we found here in Fandolin. You have my support, 100%.
And I'll put my arm on Blast's shoulder and say, I wish your creator could see you now. I'm sure you're making him proud.
I'm just gonna turn away, like I kind of a quarter turn. So like I was kind of quarter turn while I did that, and I'm just kind of turn my head away so you can't see him kind of welling up, and just kind of stare out in the direction that I would anticipate the caravan coming from.
What is the rest of the party doing in the meantime?
I'm looking at them like,
Well, you're with Boston Tibble, though.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at them like,
Got it.
Whoa, super delayed.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm definitely talking to who's around. So we got Semantic, Gone, Jinx.
Are we separated still? I see that we're in different sections.
Well, basically when we ended, we were all like in the barracks kind of area. So like wherever we found some bedding and, you know, if they're
I'd like
keeping
to
watch.
join the rest of you guys. Okay.
Yeah, if they were keeping watch, I'd assume the rest of us were resting.
Well, so because he's saying like we rested and we woke up like near dawn. We've now had the rest of the day to kind of do whatever it is we're doing. So that's why I said I saw them near the foot of the fortress, or through the mouth of the fortress. So I went over there to try and help and watch for the caravan. So I mean, this is now 4 p.m. and we've woken up at dawn. So you guys can be wherever it is that you want.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would probably still be inside the barracks, so near Vox, Abantic, and then I guess Jinx just walked over to the
Yeah, I
front.
was
So
walking
I'd be
towards
near
the
you, Dave.
Okay. First of all, I look at Jinx and I'm like, what the hell is that ghost situation? What was that?
Okay, let me go back. I was like, I caught it.
He's like,
caught
shit, I
it.
gotta deal with this now.
Oh shit, hold on, my ear heard it, and I was like, oh shit, what? And then I go back.
Your beer was burning and you're like, fuck,
Yeah, and
I
I
gotta
was
go.
just like, well, shit happened.
That's something we need to watch out for. Are you susceptible to? Wait. Are you susceptible to?
Yeah, do the Vox voice, bro. You just wrote yourself into a hole.
Yeah.
That's
Remember
it, bro.
that you even like lowered 2 octaves or something.
Yeah,
More than
you started that.
Sometimes it's too deep for me.
Oh, Dave's
but-
voice.
Yeah, I know it's gotta.
I mean, that's saying something.
Yeah, that's
What drew you into that?
It was a lost little girl, and you know how I feel about lost children. And so I was drawn to this. Plus, she had a really mean pss, 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 pss. So it was really hard to resist. But I'll try to not have that happen again.
How is the Bantic feeling after all of this? You took kind of you had a hard fight there for a bit.
Yeah.
It was kind of close for you.
The Bantic feels like she fell down 100 flights of stairs. And,
Is that what she says as she walked out? Just holding her giant like turtle shell and just like, I wait, you know, like.
No mames.
I wait for sure.
She says that as she walks through the Zabantic sized hole of the door.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know why I feel this way.
What happened?
I felt fine. This is a band hole.
Oh god, don't bring that back.
Bringing it back. Dave said it, not me.
I know.
The Bantic's okay though. You know what? Physically in pain, mentally ready.
No broken tail, because that doesn't get in the shell, right?
No broken tail as far as I know.
Can I whisper to Zabantic and say, I might just maybe have a couple mushrooms in my bag that help with pain, amongst other things, if interested.
Maybe
About it.
maybe later. Thank you.
Okay.
Maybe
Got you.
later. But no, I'm ready to insult this white dragon. Just so everyone knows.
You what?
I'm ready to insult this white dragon.
Hey, you
Again?
know what?
Favorite thing to
You've done
do.
a pretty good job so far.
I'm ready.
I would also address the Bantic, and knowing that he's generally kind of like a loner, you know, not really necessarily I guess like one with the group, you know.
Yeah.
The Bantic, you know you're one of us now.
Oh,
A little tear.
Vantic is awestruck. She doesn't know how to respond.
No, I didn't know that turtles had tear ducts.
I
Oh, but robots can cry?
hold out my hand and
Well, I mean, I do have bodily fluids. They're just not like blood. Well, they're not red, so I have like a purplish, like a lavender covered pneumatic fluid basically that serves as blood for me.
Oh, okay. I
All
must have
good?
forgotten that. Cool.
Does it smell like lavender?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
I know. We're asking you.
It's
Um,
aromatherapy blood?
Does he smell? Like, does he have like olfactory senses?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I can
You have
taste.
olfactory bulbs
They do, yeah.
in your
Yeah.
nose.
So I can taste and smell and eat. I don't need to eat, but I
Okay.
can.
Is
So,
it like the
yeah.
one in Critical Role? He's just like eating like bolts and
No, so they're choosing to make it so an actual Warforged has all senses and can eat and drink, but doesn't have to. So they're
and you
kind
can
of
eat regular
switching.
foods.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been drinking and eating with you guys this whole time.
Yeah, he
Um,
he
I just thought it
socially
was like
eats and
just
drinks.
yeah, exactly. I do it like almost exclusively in taverns to be like fucking mimic people and shit. For whatever reason, FCG they made it so that like he can't smell, taste, and he eats metal.
he eats
But
metal.
that's not
Yeah, yeah.
like, but that's not like Player's Handbook Warforged.
I see, I see.
they've been sitting there.
I'm so sorry to like continue this question, but does it come out? Does it just
Oh, Cynthia.
Well, I'm intrigued by his
Is it like
Okay.
one of
chemical
those
makeup.
red rocket
Well,
things,
it-
or
In addition to that, does like Jinx have to find like a little box of sand to poop in?
Oh, I
Ooh.
find dirt.
You have a
Yeah.
litter box?
It's not just a natural litter box, some sand somewhere, and then I dig it up. Yep. That's the way, that's the way it
6 foot
happens.
tall, 6 foot tall cat just fucking.
Mhm.
Just
Jinx
one
has her
dirt
poop
bucket
shovel.
everywhere.
Oh my god. She just shovels her own poop though afterwards.
Don't worry, you guys won't step on it. I'm good at covering it
But
up.
all of the table talk conversation aside, I'm still talking to Zavantic, and I would say, we wouldn't have made it here without you. You're one of us.
thank you, Genie, sir. Vantic is not good with emotions. She doesn't know how to vocalize. I'm sorry.
You just
She's trying.
Exactly.
little nails.
Just turtle.
Yeah, the little turtle nails.
Can we
Don,
hear the
how are
caravan?
you doing? Are you ready?
At this point, I just kind of have been hanging out with you guys, just making sure you guys are all okay. But yeah, pretty much just tagging along, really. Don't have much else to say. Like I said, I mean, gone as far as like feelings or expressions. Just I know that the last battle was very heavy on everybody, including myself. So I'm like, man, if I took some pretty good licks, then I can only imagine what Zabantic is feeling like. And sure enough, like I see her like, I, so I'm like, damn, reminds me of my grandma.
Zavantic is very grandmotherly in her own
Yes,
way, right?
absolutely.
In her own way.
At this point, can we like join the groups back up?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Only if you guys come out to where the horse is.
Up at
Hey,
the
do you want me
front.
to
Yeah.
move you, Dave?
Are you guys all just taking turns like petting this goat horse?
Pretty much.
Dude, he's super
Yeah, the
nice.
team.
Why am
Yeah.
I so small?
His name's Tony.
Oh,
Tony.
why are you so small?
Tony.
Tony.
Wait,
What song was that? I can't remember.
every song with
There was a lot of songs.
Yeah, okay.
Can we hear the caravan?
Francine, do you still have your robot dude out or no?
No, it's been a long time.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, sure. And as you guys are coming together and just kind of having this discussion, kind of just planning for the future a little bit, kind of taking, what's the word I'm looking for? Taking stock of like where you guys are at currently. That's exactly it. Yeah, thank you. Take inspiration.
Handing them out like hotcakes.
Hey, you guys are the ones.
He's like, you know what? Give me
You
that
get
inspiration back,
inspired.
Dave.
You have so much inspiration, and everyone's always like, I already have some.
No, I use it all the time.
Bro, you better be quiet. Ronnie's gonna start handing
Ranny.
out
Ranny.
uninspiration.
Ranny.
Yeah, anti-inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start handing out writer's block.
You know what?
You
Take
lost your
exhaustion level
inspiration,
1. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's super scary.
Yeah.
Is that you that? Oh my god! Just
You know what? You
random
slept.
ass-
You
as
slept
penalties.
wrong. You got a crook in your neck.
Tybalt, what is your passive perception? And Blast, you too.
It's like 1,000.
Not good. Mine's
23.
I
11.
believe that.
It's what?
Mine's 23, and Blast is 11.
Cool. So, Rigongar and Tybalt, as you guys are kind of talking amongst yourself, you start to hear a slow rumble kind of coming over the hills, and you look to the northeast or so, and you start to see these tiny dots of like shadows and shapes kind of coming over the hilltops, and you see the caravan of the people of Sandalin slowly making their way over. As you kind of focus your
Does it
gaze
sound
on
Arabic?
them, sounds very, very,
Camels.
yeah. Whoa,
Oh, hey, sorry. Real quick, are we gonna do like any music or anything?
he has
He's
some.
doing music.
Oh, can't hear it.
It's
What?
very
I'll
ominous.
turn it
You
up.
need to turn it up. Yeah, it's probably muted on your end.
It's
No,
little-
it's
it's
just
little.
not like dun, 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 dun. It's more
Ambient.
You hear turned down for what?
As the caravan pulls up.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, no, not even. As you guys are waiting for it, you see the caravan start to pull over, and then the Six Flag bus comes out, and the like.
Oh no, no, not that old man. No.
No, please don't.
No, it's not.
No,
I
that's
hated that
Banger Boys
commercial
are
when
in
it came
the-
out.
that's from Zarude.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like.
Yeah, it's not Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
it's-
fucking sandstorm.
It's Venga Boys is the Eli's party.
Mhm.
Or was it? Yeah, Shogun. Huh? Shogun used to walk out to that.
Shogun?
Or Vanderlei. I forget which one.
Huh?
I'm trusting on Andre to know this, but
What? Would you say that again?
who used to walk out to Sandstorm? Was it Vanderlei or Shogun?
It was Vanderlei.
Oh, okay, cool. Take inspiration.
I'm marking it down. Fuck that.
I'm not gonna
Hey.
lie.
Said it. You guys all heard him.
Ronnie giving us inspiration is making me nervous.
No take backs.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Look, we're all one team.
Good observation.
Right?
One
I'm
team,
trying
one
to do my
fight.
part.
Ranny.
I will
Ranny.
scream out as loud as I can. Where the fuck are you, dragon?
Oh no.
Roll me
Oh man, here we go.
We're so far away from the dragon though.
Bro.
The dragon's like,
Not
I
even
heard
close.
that.
On the horizon.
a performance.
Performance.
I like that inspiration's just like a little sun.
Yeah, me too.
Praise the sun.
Fucking.
Let me do this.
Yo,
Yes.
yo boy.
Honestly, bro, he was the realest one in all the Dark Souls games.
Not
Ranny?
Oh wow, here we go. You ready, guys?
Here we go.
It's a
It's about to go
nat
down.
20 -1.
Yeah, minus
Yeah,
one.
minus
Still,
one.
not 20.
So, as Tybalt and Ragongar make you aware of the caravan's presence, the rest of you look over and you're able to see the very dim flickers of, some of their. Oh, I guess it's daylight, so they wouldn't. So,
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
but they can have
you can
torches.
see, you can
They
see
can still
their,
have them.
but they don't. You can see their like visages kind of coming over, and everyone's starting to be like, okay, cool, here they come. Jinx is not paying attention. Zabanzik is still holding her spell.
Filled up.
Well, she's kind of in it, right?
they
Jinx
still-
is always, not
It's
paying
just- I
attention.
mean, Zabanzik is still just like withdrawn into her shell after having all this like emotional,
Too much.
like
It's too much.
support
Can't do
given
it.
to her. She was like not prepared for it.
Nope.
Yeah,
Shuts down.
it was just like, thanks. Bye.
What is this, supports and emotional support?
in off, in the near vicinity, you hear the small chirpings of a songbird singing his song, looking for the one. You hear the crickets chirping off in the distance,
With
and
their
then you
violins.
just hear this loud, booming voice of Ragongar. Where the fuck is this dragon?
Love it.
And then you hear as Ragongar's heartbeat starts to beat. Do, do.
Is that what we hear?
This is what you hear. You hear
heart?
the booming of his heart as he's
Damn.
preparing himself for battle. Because off in the distance, coming over the horizon, you see the rest of the Fandalorian encampment making their way.
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Is it Mandalorians?
No, they're the Fandalonians.
Mandalorians.
Mandalonies?
That
Aliens.
music video
Yeah,
that
that's a good
has
one.
the guy on the
Aliens.
piano and it's like,
Pandiashis?
Cool. And yeah, you guys are able to at this point start to make out that in the very front of
And Ragongar, calm down.
in the very front of the caravan is you see Tribor and
Oh yeah,
and
the homie.
kind of leading the rest of the town. On his flank is Lenine Greywind.
Yeah.
A little bit further back, you see Halia Thornton riding on a horse, kind of surrounded by some of her employees. And,
What color is a horse?
Then you see this really fancy fucking, really fancy wagon, just a horse-drawn carriage,
Yep.
just
I wonder who that
filigree
is.
all over. And you see that it has a big W kind of design.
I'd like to
into it.
run up to the carriage and break one of the
It's
wheels.
still quite far away.
I would like to run as fast as I'd like to get on Tony, and like.
Whoa, that's my horse.
No, are you on it?
I'm standing right in front of him.
Are you on
Give
him?
me an animal handling.
Have you like bonded with a horse? What if you don't like it? Just like fuck you.
Start sprinting at Arbin.
Those two.
As you go to jump on, Tony Bologna rears up.
Tony Baloney.
That's how you
Tony,
go.
Tony.
It's like you know those toys that are like built up and then you push it down and then it just like falls apart and then like
Yeah,
picks back up again. I feel like that's what
He just fucking collapsed.
Bunny Tony did, collapses and then comes back up.
Yeah.
and Bunny Tony's like, oh, well, anyways.
He's like,
Yeah, he just like phases through that part of his body. Ragongar just like whoop, falls straight down. And it's just Tony just kind of like steps to the side and is like, okay.
I'm just gonna look at Tony and like, dude.
Yeah, so you guys see the caravan closing in on you guys. They're starting to get close enough now where you're might be able to kind of like shout out to them if you would like to. You see that Tribor visually acknowledges that he is aware of your guys' presence. He sees you guys and he kind of gives you like a wave. You can see-
The cool guy like Aragorn wave, like fucking from horseback. He just does like the
Yeah.
fucking.
Then I'm gonna wave and then start moving closer to them, and then realize that I don't know when I can like speak up and start talking, because like when someone's coming at you from far away and you don't want to yell.
Yeah,
You don't know when to start talking, so you just wait for them to get closer and closer.
yeah.
Like awkwardly.
kind of
now?
awkward.
How about now?
Just,
And
hey,
They
you just wait for them to walk the 20 steps.
And you just
Yeah.
and you just
What's
do
up?
you do the wave every like 5 seconds
Yeah, like
to make
you
sure
guys
that they know.
keep nodding.
You
Yeah.
do
It's
the-
like, all right.
Like, yeah,
cool.
bro, I see you. I'm fucking
Yeah.
coming.
Still acknowledging you.
How long does it take for them to arrive?
within the next 15-20 minutes. Within 10 minutes, Tribor arrives with his men.
Okay, cool.
I'll give him a hug and say, glad to see you.
Yeah, and they're on horseback. They all dismount, He acknowledges your hug, and then he gives you a firm pat on the back, a man hug, the quick little.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do the give him a fist bump.
Yeah, and just like instinctively, like he kind of looks at you, and he already has his fist out, ready to meet.
Yeah, he's like, boom.
He's just
We're
so
bros.
with you guys that
Yeah.
this is all very natural.
Do they look like they've been through some shit, or
No,
do they look
they
clean?
look a little tired from the travel.
Okay.
But
So the ones that were the worst fucked up, are they like fully healed now?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's been a couple days since the
Okay.
dragon attack on Phandalin.
Let me know when we're back.
So as Tribor dismounts and greets you all, he looks to the group and he says, I'm hoping that because you're outside, it's because you were successful and not because you weren't able to get in.
I was gonna say, you know us, we would never fail you.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, Sir Ragongar, you're one of the most trustworthy people when it comes to killing things. I always trust you to get the job done.
I'm honored.
I'll be like, I'm gonna like kind of just kind of lean forward to the side and just throw a thumb like right behind me, directly at the Zabantic shaped hole in the portcullis, and be like, "What do you think, man?"
It's like a very clear turtle.
Just
Very
fucking
clear.
go.
Like in the cartoons when they like run through
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
I love pictures.
Silhouette. Oh, what was that show? Hole in the Wall, right? Or
Oh yeah. It was like one of the
Yeah.
yeah, where the people would have to like try and like make the fucking on the conveyor belt thing. It's like one of those Japanese game shows.
Oh,
Is that what
I
you're
love
talking
the
about?
Japanese game shows.
yeah, it was dope. And they had to like match the silhouette.
Yeah.
FW or something. Wasn't that one?
Yep. Ah, fuck, I forget what it was called. But
Something
yeah.
like that.
He
MXC.
kind of looks to you all and he says, well, I guess the portcullis needs to be repaired, but we have enough of our smiths with us that should be an easy job. How is it looking inside? What are we looking at here?
We cleared the place.
For the most part, it's in it's in disrepair. Once you fortify the portcullis and the main doors, you should be fine. It looks pretty
We're
sturdy.
workers, not
Builders.
builders.
Not builders.
And he says, don't worry, my men can get things back up to, whip it back up into shape. How are we as far as defenses go? Or how fortified is this fortress? I mean, Halia's men scouted it out, but they couldn't get inside.
Alias, man.
And he kind of looks at you and kind of gives you like a curt nod, like he knows exactly what you're throwing out there.
Fuck
He's
those fools.
And he's not gonna like speak ill of somebody, because he's a very proper person. Yeah.
Also, he's about to run this town, so
How close is Halia to?
Haley is still a bit off. She's not within hearing distance. That's what you're
Okay, I'll just speak up and say, this was Halia's idea to come here. I suspect there may be an ulterior motive. Keep her close. Don't let
And
her wander off too far.
I whisper over to Tibble, I'm like, there always is with Halia.
And so he kind of has a bit of a concerned look on his face, but he does agree with you, Tibble. He says, I had my eye on her for quite some time. I'm very aware of her connection and her vies for power in that area. I do believe that she has manipulated my brother in a certain way, and which has led things to become what they are. I appreciate your candid explanation of
Julio, can we ask for a little bit like different music? We're done with blaring.
Yeah.
Ronnie, would I,
Fanny.
given what I know about like
what you know about doors.
I was gonna say defenses,
Best line of the entire campaign.
like defenses, right? Fortifications. I kind of want to
You
convey
have
to
like
him
the Book of Five Rings and the Art of War like PDF. on
the
your-
Faerun
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
So I just want to convey to him, for the most part, there are a couple cave-ins, especially on the top floor, but the the main structure is still sound. If you can mend the portcullis and the ballista, it looks like there's only one way in and one way out. It should be back up to snuff pretty shortly.
And one of the dwarves that were with Carbon, one of his men, speaks up and he says, "Aye, us dwarves know how to build a fortress. We'll get this baby back into shape in no time." That's my really bad.
It's appreciated.
and I'm gonna just turn.
Scottish for some reason.
Yeah.
They are.
I'm-
Or Irish.
Yeah.
Either or.
Oh
right?
yeah, it's like Scottish for sure. Always Scottish.
For
I'm
fuck's
gonna
sake.
turn over and like just lose all pretense of like speaking properly now that I'm not like addressing Tribor anymore. Be like, hell yeah, buddy. I mean, if you need any help, I'm pretty good at smithing. I don't really know how to use wood, but like I'm a monster in the smithy.
And then Tribor overhears you and he says, "Blast, I didn't know you were trained in smithery." Is that the word?
Smithing.
No, like blacksmithing.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of metallurgy, and I'm
Yeah.
just gonna kind of fucking like think.
And he goes, "Dope as fuck, man. Dope as fuck."
Yeah, I mean, I just really haven't really had much time to talk about it. We've been, doing
And so
stuff, but
Tribor kind of looks over his shoulders, and you can see that Halia and the rest of the town leaders are kind of getting a little bit closer, and he leans into you all and in a hushed voice, "Before the rest of the town gets here, please, what do you know about Helios?"
What do we know about what?
Helios.
I'm just gonna like lean in and be like,
wait, who is this saying? Tribor saying this to us?
Tribor, that's
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say kind of shady, but I'm not gonna. So my view is she's kind of shady, but I don't hate her because she knows she wants something and she goes for it. And so, like
I mean, that could be both good and bad, but yes. Guess she is
Well,
determined.
I'm just leaving it at that.
And he looks at you, Jinx, and he says, "Miss Jinx, I understand that you are a bit of a sneaky type of person who is used to using subterfuge, sneaky tactics, hiding in shadows, not really doing things out in the open.
Correct.
Is there any insight as to her kind of character that you recognize? Or have there been any instances that bring reason to be alarmed or wary of her? He's asking this to Jinx directly, but mostly to the group too. So let her answer first, and then
I'm not answering, but just I make eye contact with Dawn. I think I'd lock eyes with them and just kind of remember like their whole interaction.
Remember what? I'm sorry, did you say? I didn't catch that last part.
Remember their interaction. So like, remember they had a whole
Oh.
thing where like she was asking him stuff because he's kind of a noble and like there
Yeah.
were trade agreements and whatnot.
So I would say there is definitely something that sticks out like a sore thumb. I can't quite put my finger on what it is exactly, but for lack of a better explanation, my spidey senses do tingle with this person, and therefore it is someone to keep your eye on, someone you can't just trust blindly from people that I've encountered.
I would like to decide whether I can determine the true intentions of the creature, such as when searching out a lie or predicting someone's next.
Oh my God! You can't be doing that! Stop it! Stop it! I'll smack you on the wrist.
No, he's well within his rights to ask that. What exactly are you trying to determine? I've been having
He answered that question. So he asked that question, right? And I'm thinking like,
I think so. You're trying to recall.
Yeah, recall everything
any
about
sort of
that I
insight,
know
yeah.
about her, and just kind of think
Cool.
to
Give
myself.
me an insight check.
Yes, sir. If I can find it.
I
Okay,
like
there we
it. That's a little
We
like,
literally were just reading it.
it's a little off the,
go. 9.
With a 9. I mean, 9 or not, you you seem to, you're able to recall that with your dealings with Don John Raskin
Swami.
and your
John
Rask.
Raskin.
with having your own interactions with her, you are able to recall that she is very encouraging of ruthlessness and efficiency.
Love
and that's kind of why in the beginning she kind of leaned in your direction. You kind of recognized that in Radondar, and didn't get the response that she was
Ragondar's
hoping
kinda
for,
neutral.
but she kind of showed her hand in a way by doing so.
especially with Don John.
Especially with Don John. And especially having shown a proclivity to positive interactions with the Duralians, who some of you may know are known throughout the lands as not exactly the best people. Very noble people, but and regarded as highly as noble, but they have a history, and it's
Shady, little.
kind of known. They do their best to kind of keep things under wraps, but people have an idea.
Yeah. Good.
So you are able to relay that sort of information to
Okay. I'll pretty much say can't be trusted.
he says I think that's the direction it's going. Although she does have a tendency to lean towards the less scrupulous
Well, on the other hand,
side.
I'm gonna also continue, and I'm gonna say, but he wants to live as much as we do. And so it's all in our own interest to make it through this threat.
And he says, as do we all. You're right. I've had my eye on Miss Thornton for quite some time, and truthfully, she hasn't done anything outright to bring cause to remove her from her seat on the council in any sort of outward way. Like, she hasn't been very obvious about a lot of things, but he has a general idea of how she and he's basically just trying to explain to you all that he's thankful for the information you provided, but sounds like we're all kind of on the same page. Like, she seems shady, but there's no real reason to be like, yo, let's get her out of here. Yeah.
Can't put your finger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't done anything to be like, oh, there it is, boom, that's the thing. It's all just insight checks where you're like, ooh, this is kind of sketchy, and they're just like, yeah, it kind of is. But
With Tybalt will speak up and say with Halia, she knows how to play the game. She knows how to get what she wants, maybe at the expense of others, but it'll be for the greater good. But she's gonna get a bigger piece of the pie.
And as you say that, Tybalt, you start to hear the clip-clop of horses nearing the group as you see the rest of the town council and some of the civilians starting to get close enough to where you can kind of, if you were to, not yell, but speak loudly, they would be able to hear you. And you do hear Lenine Greywind call out to you. And she says, Tybalt, last, gone. The rest of you, Fandalorians, good to see that you guys are all well. I take it things went okay here.
I point to the Zabantic size hole.
And she looks over at it and she goes, Well, that's gonna have to be repaired. But thanks. Yeah. Hey.
Finger
Killer
guns. Finger
Killer
guns.
Finger guns.
It says, "You son of a turtle, I'm in." James about,
Take inspiration.
James about to
Yeah, right. Take inspiration, bro.
One carbon.
Yeah, hey.
Is it so? Everybody's pretty much up here at this point. There's a couple of other like notable
Yeah. So
people I'm looking for.
So rolling up with Lenine is Halia Thornton
Yep.
and Lady Gadriel.
Ariel.
Gariel.
Gariel.
What I'm looking for. Okay.
Lady Gariel are kind of
Things that were.
I'm also looking for the gnomes. Are they?
not yet.
Oh yeah, what were their names? They had cool names.
And I won't ask about the others. If they're not there.
Double dab and fizzle sticks.
Yes, there it is. Thanks.
Dabble
Double
dab.
dab.
Double
Double
dab.
double dobs.
Does
the doubles.
Zabantic
And
still have the hat?
fiddlesticks. No.
Give me a verb.
I still have the hat. but I
Oh,
don't
do you have
wear
the
it
tiny little hat?
Oh yeah,
Where it
yeah.
is?
You still have yours. I should still have mine, right? I still have mine.
Oh,
When I drew your Zabantic, I put the little hat on it.
yeah.
It's in my
Yeah, you should
Nice
still.
touch, Cynthia, on that. There's
So as
definitely people I want to talk to, but I'll let Lenine resolve or whatever she's talking to them.
Yeah.
And as you know, as Lenine is talking to you all, Lady Gariel, says, she speaks up as well. And she says, Mandalorians, thank you for your actions here. You've done a great deed, and you're have there's much to discuss, and the rest of the town council to convene and create a plan of attack. If you, so
I'm gonna look at Vox and just be like, I don't like.
are you trying to be sneaky about it?
No.
Noted.
Wait, what did I miss?
Ragongar is being sassy.
Okay, hell yeah. I like Sassy Gongar. He's my favorite one.
Shit. Probably the best time being that there aren't not everybody around. Say to Lady Gariel, before you wanted to talk to the Talons of the Rock, what business do you have with us?
And she kind of looks over, as soon as you say that, she looks kind of at the whole group of you and seeing if there's any sort of reaction from anybody else.
Just,
How does everybody else react to the box thing?
just looking.
Okay. How does everybody else react to the box thing?
I mean, I'm interested because it didn't go anywhere before.
I'm interested. So I've heard Vox mention the Talons of Sirach a couple times now throughout our journey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I personally have not had any dealings with them. Neither have and I forget, was there any speculation that they had anything to do with my father's death?
No.
Okay, cool.
That was very clearly the cult of Miracle.
Okay, right, because that fool knew him and was like talking shit. Yeah, that's right. The dude who wanted gone.
They made no efforts to hide their identity when they attacked Zeph the White.
Got it. And I probably was just too really young to put the shit together till later.
Correct. In fact,
Got it.
Zeph the White had been sought after by the cult for his abilities to create such fantastic entities such as yourself.
Got it. Okay. So, Blast is just gonna kind of, knowing a little bit of what Vox has told us about his background with the Talons of Sirach. I'm gonna just kind of turn and kind of just kind of give my full attention to what's going on here and just try and take in anything and take in any information I can and just turn super serious.
You see, the I don't know, where are they? Like the little like light sensors.
Yeah, like with Spider-Man, like when he gets all serious, how the fucking goes small.
They go
Yeah.
from slanty to like.
Yeah. So basically, it goes from like large anime eyes, because I was just talking shit with the dwarf and Tribor, to like fucking serious anime eyes.
Oh.
Like think One Punch Man, like his normal stupid eyes, and then when he gets
Yeah.
serious, like
behind
fucking.
glass, you see that like lightning, like, and like his eyes like, yeah. He smiles. There's a gleam.
So, I mean, I know the Talon pretty well. Is there anything on her that would like symbolize that maybe she's a part of them? Like any kind of clothing or like a pin or?
Lady Gariel?
Yeah.
Lady Gariel is a member of the Harper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Who
the
is
question
a-
though. Why is she mentioned?
Well, the Harpers are an organization that are
They're the fools based out of Neverwinter, right?
Like enforce like law and like unity and equality. They are
Is it through any-
They're like a police force.
they're kinda, not quite, but kinda. They're more just like a bunch of do-gooders that you know
Okay.
want
But
to
is
see
it,
a
is
better
it, is it a
world.
do-gooder through any mean, or is it a do-gooder through like regular good?
Within the confines of the law.
Well, how much does Gongar know about that?
Ooh.
Well,
History
like,
check.
what,
I'll show you.
What, Dave?
yeah.
No, I'm asking
Exactly.
you. What were you
They're
saying?
not.
I was just gonna say, like, in the history of it, like, how would Regongar be
Nat
tied to the
20.
line? Oh,
Nat 20. You know that the Harpers are a
Can you Tom, can you read that one out loud for us real quick though?
Nat 20.
Yeah, but there was a +1 in that.
Yeah, +1. Sure.
Yo, Regongar's Nat
21?
20.
21.
21.
What?
Damn, bro.
Dude, in half an hour, Regongar's had 2 Nat 20s, and this is all on RP.
Yo, why are you wasting this on RPing?
Yeah.
God.
Wait,
It's
what are you
important.
talking
It's
about?
important.
RP can do so much more than that.
No, that's true. I'm just saying.
We're gonna need them later, is what he's saying. Yeah.
So, just so I know, as a GM, you tell me, how much do you think Regongar knows, or would he know about the Harpers?
Well,
Is your character, so I'm gonna allow
So-
you to kind of make that decision.
so Regongar's had a hard life, and he's kind of been like in captivity for a long time. So I'm not really sure, but like, as a DM, tell me, has he had any kind of has he heard this when he's been in captivity, or are they a new thing to him?
Sure. So, in your time spent in captivity, how much of this do you want to reveal to your partner?
Everything.
In your time spent in
He
captivity,
knows anyway, so.
in your time spent in captivity with the Cult of Miracle, you would have had overheard that these Harpers were kind of on their tail, actively seeking them out to kind of combat them and keep them from accomplishing their goals.
How much do they harp though? Do they harp to the point where it's unlawful because they believe in their goals so zealously? Or do they harp to the point where they'll reasonably say we can't do these things?
Having been such a highly regarded prisoner, the Cult of Miracle is very aware of your strength and your capability. So you were kind of not like treated specially, but you had very close eyes on you.
Like a trustee.
No, not at
Okay.
all. More like level 5 prisoner where it's like, don't let this fucking guy out.
Arkham.
He was like in Supermax.
Arkham.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Arkham, or fucking, what do they call it? The rafts in
Oh.
MCU.
So you were always kind of monitored and kept away from others because of your tendency to let your ruthlessness out. And although that's what they wanted you for, they were also very afraid of it. You know, they were mostly trying to hone that to be used how they wanted it to.
Unless they scold me for sure.
Yeah. Having said that, you would have been in close enough contact with higher level, like captains and guards, not just the regular like guys outside of the jail cell, you know, with the keys or whatever, whistling their fucking bored songs. Like you were high level security was around you constantly. So you would have heard that the Harpers were the organization, you know, that are trying to snuff out evil. But you would have also overheard conversations about how some of them are prone to ruthlessness and doing whatever it takes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
And
go.
you
I'm
can
just gonna
kind
let
of
out
you can kind of gather that it's kind of a like person by person basis.
Can I also add a little bit since I'm kind of affected by it? So I'd say that even in the realm of the scope of things, the Harpers, like because they're it's so vast, it's a big organization, like what they do, they're not necessarily bound by the laws of one area, right? Where like one area might differ in what they expect, where another one like something's legal here, but it's not legal here, and they have their own code.
I'm gonna roll my eyes towards the top, like really slow.
Well, I'm not even saying it.
No.
I'm just saying like
you're not.
no, this is just. I mean, it's gonna affect me too, so I feel like I should be at least a part of
I
the
thought
law
you were
building.
saying. I think.
But essentially, you know, the Harpers are organizations that are looking to do law, that are looking to snuff out evil and build justice in the land and all of those things. Batman's a good guy. He fucks people up every day.
That.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
He's
a
the only
person
superhero I like, actually.
He's not a superhero.
Oh.
Whole other conversation.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Anyway, so what's going on?
But that being said, Lady Gariel has not shown any signs of a tendency to lean in towards like aggressive tactics. She seems very almost cleric-like in her adherence to her personal. I don't know what the word is.
Are the Harpers just like
philosophy,
they're just
you know.
like greater good kind of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very much. So.
That's what I was
They're-
asking though, because in the pursuit of that, how far are you willing to go, right?
So and because you have a nat 20, I'll go ahead and kind of explain the differences.
What their moral compass is. Yeah.
Oh, they're sitting underneath me. Oh. Sorry, the dog's like sitting underneath me at the table.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Rise been feeding the shit out of her.
Oh man. I gave her 3 bites after you gave her 30. Anyway, the Harpers are the do-gooders of the faction. And the Order of the Gauntlet is more of like a police force of sorts, where they're looking to they're looking to just be honorable and do the right thing and follow the law regardless of what the law is.
Okay, the letter of the law.
So Harpers are like above the law kind of thing, where they don't care so much where the law is.
Correct.
Okay.
They're more prone to the Harpers are more prone to do what's right.
And who are the ones
Whereas-
that are the letter of the law people?
The
Order of the
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, which is Lenine Graywin and
And the boys. Okay.
So even if you jaywalk, if the law says you're gonna hang for that, they'll hang you.
they're going to be the ones to be like,
Okay,
yo, what the
enforce
fuck,
it.
what are you doing? You know?
They don't write the law; they enforce it.
Yeah. The Zentherum are a bit of a shady organization. They're kind of like the mob. They take care of their own, but they also kind of hold that power over their members too, where
They're
even though you're
unseasoned,
part of,
by the way. Sorry, we need to like do something. With
even
this.
though you're part
have
of
anything
our group, they won't hold any second thought to murdering your entire family if you're wrong or act out of line.
Well, shit.
Very much like organized crime. The government, yes,
We need both of these.
yeah.
So with that being said, right?
There's one more group and then there's the Emerald Enclave.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Emerald Enclave is more of a like Greenpeace organization, right? They're looking to maintain the balance of nature and the world, and make sure that the world continues on its natural course, regardless of civilization and man. So to
Was
speak, in all.
Lechuga part of that? Do we know?
Sounds very lechuga-y.
No, she was not.
Okay.
No,
Hmm.
Too cool for an organization.
I believe.
Well, she's too
Well,
mature
from an
for
era.
that, right?
Yeah,
Freaking
and then there's also
Jews.
the there's one more. We did
There's the
Harper's,
Lion Show
Winter-
Coffee.
There's too many.
no, we did. There's 5. There's Harper's, who's in town, the Order of the Gauntlet, Emerald Enclave, and the one that the girls were a part of in our last campaign. I can't remember the name. Lord's Alliance.
Lord's Alliance.
The
Lord's Alliance.
very large faction.
Lord Sworn.
area. They are a kind of like a conglomeration of just like powerful people that are more like merchants.
They will be heard.
Yeah, they're more like merchants and like sorts where like they're the shakers and the movers. They're the ones meeting with the nobles and getting the deals
They're
done.
bringing in the taxes, right?
Bringing in the business to towns and making sure that
People have
businesses are
jobs.
flourishing.
Yeah, of course.
And so because of that, a lot of them are like rubbing shoulders with nobles and higher class.
But we have to remember, merchants aren't noble.
Correct. The Lord's Alliance are looking to make sure that pockets keep getting filled,
Especially their pocket.
especially their pockets. And although they are kind of looking out for the greater good of the communities that they serve, it's because they're getting a direct kind of
They're getting cut.
they have a direct reward part of it. So
Get a
they are
slice.
willing to enforce their territories as needed, so like Winterhaven or Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Lord's Alliance would be very deeply rooted in a lot of these big cities.
Okay.
Small hodunk towns like Phandalin, not so much.
Oh, dumb
Ooh,
Yeah.
It is.
question
It's
then, and then if
Right.
so,
just
so
a little
since we're-
bit of the hamlet. Like
Can I get one
Phandalin
of those?
is really just a stop on the way.
it's a fucking small little It
It's
just
It's
it
a
just happens.
great
It just happens to be where this module takes place, guys. It's not.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
could
Nothing
be
really
anywhere.
important. Yeah, okay.
Neverwinter's like the DF and
The-
Kinda,
this is like Mexicali.
kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Dang.
is smaller than
Smaller than
Mexico.
Smaller than
This is way
Mexicali,
smaller than
dude.
Mexicali. This is
Yeah,
like
Mexicali's kind of important.
LA.
yeah.
Phandalin is Barstow.
Oh shit.
No, fuck that. It's way smaller than Barstow.
Yeah.
This is
It's
Anza.
cheaper.
This
It's
is
cheaper.
this is
Damn,
fucking this is
Anza.
Anza, bro. There's
Yeah.
there's 300
in the middle
people
of
that
nowhere.
live there. Yeah.
Not even.
And then it's-
Phandalin is fucking Slab City.
Oh shit!
So
Damn,
if I
bro.
can bring this all full
Yeah.
circle, so Lady
About to get
Gariel is a Harper,
pulled off of
know
YouTube.
that,
Yeah.
but she has no other indications of seeing anything Talons. That's our own homebrew
So,
like
and-
organization.
okay, and so
Oh, damn.
I don't know how much of this that on Blast, Tybalt, and Gone know. Also Zabantic. I'm not sure about Zabantic.
I would like to turn around and like
Mostly-
quietly tell them all what I think.
Mostly, this is really just Ragongar, Vox, and Jinx at this point.
But I would like to tell the group.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Then
but
Ragongar,
quietly.
please tell the group quietly who the Talons of Sirach are.
The enforced letter of the law would not necessarily be the spirit of it. And so we must tread carefully.
Okay, that's not how I understand. That's not how I understand.
Me either.
the Talons of Sirach.
Not at all.
No, you're thinking of Gariel's organization.
Yeah,
I'm a little confused.
I'm gonna read if I may. I'll
Yeah.
read my notes but you're the one saying.
Okay,
Please do.
let me
But
ask you this.
these are the notes.
Let me
that-
ask you this: are you sharing this as David, or are you sharing
No,
this as Vox?
I'm not sharing it as either. I'm reminding Tom of our discussion where
You
we
gotta
were
share it as either
So
David
if
or
you
Fox.
share it at that point, then he
No,
can.
I
But I'll
will share.
I'll remind him
If
of
Fox
what.
tells me otherwise, then I will say
Okay,
like, okay, sure,
But
I agree.
let me add a disclaimer. Meta, as the DM, I didn't tell Andre, Edgar, and Julio.
Okay.
Not in detail, at least.
That's fine.
So
So I'll remind you
I
if
don't
you
know how
choose to
much
share it.
they
that's
really
fine.
know.
So
this is
we're-
kind of just your guys' backstory. So
Yeah.
it's your backstory. You're able to share as much as you want.
So right now I'm speaking meta, and if you choose to share it with them, then you do. Fair? Okay. So this is the way.
Oh, did it cut
He
off
just
for anybody
lost-
else?
Yeah, he just lost.
Ronnie, did
audio.
you mute on purpose?
We're muting your ass. So if you need
Oh
to know,
my God. You're
Wow.
gonna do us like that, huh?
Okay. Okay, no, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, no que no.
Okay, pues.
No
Okay,
que no.
pues. No que no. Mm-mm.
Look at Ronnie munching away.
He's like,
Off-
this is my
off cam.
chance right now. Nom, nom, nom.
I guess we'll take a break.
All
Yeah,
right,
what are we
so team not Anaheim, take a 5.
Seriously.
Team not Anaheim. Okay, so they're going over some shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
hey, so I was gonna ask him too. I don't remember the last time we asked this, but like, how much information did we have about the Order of the Gauntlet, like in game?
So what the information that we gathered was that it was a small group of individuals that were obviously hidden from the public view, I guess would be the
They're
good
like a
word.
clandestine group.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were a group
Clandestinos,
of
yep.
here, let me see if I can pull up my D&D sheet. I have a little bit of info there.
As I understood it, it was essentially like Order of the White Lotus, like. A group
Got it.
Yeah.
That's
is-
what I did too, but I don't remember ever getting, like, even from by the time we got like initiated, I don't remember getting much more information.
Old
And we've now
Forgotten
leveled
group.
up.
Old Forgotten group believes in order and justice, which is pretty much what
What we're after.
you and Edgar pretty much fit that bill. And then even though it's a little odd because of my
Like familial ties.
yeah,
So we're
my
back.
my tie, definitely that. But another thing about the Gauntlet, Order of the Gauntlet, is that members live in Phandalin. So if they're migrating from the town, then we should have a few members. We just don't know all of them. We only know the
Right,
one.
right.
We only know Lenine.
Correct.
Let me build on that, Julio.
Okay.
Orders of the Gauntlet is across the world.
Right. That's why I got the impression like she was saying she personally is headquartered there in Phandalin, but she is just like one representative for a
Of
much
many,
larger
yeah.
like hidden group. Right?
They're not hidden at all. They're very out in the open.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, we
okay.
thought they were like
None-
clandestine.
I guess there is a difference between hidden versus old forgotten group.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
five factions that I described to you guys earlier, only the Zentarum and maybe the like Emerald Enclave are prone to like secrecy.
Secrecy.
of it.
Got it.
The other ones are all very well known, very well established. I guess you could call them like a clan, or not a clan, but what's the word I was looking for earlier? I had it earlier.
Like a guild.
Guild, yes, exactly that. They're like these very well-known guilds.
Got it.
And you will recall that Lady Gariel did ask to speak to the town about.
Yeah, that's now why I'm bringing it up. So
Mhm.
full circle,
Full
right?
circle,
We're
yeah,
back
now
to
we're
like
back. We're-
all the
wait.
lore is built.
We got all the details.
Wait. So wait.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What you dropped off for a second for me? She asked to speak to the towns. What?
The Talons of Sirach.
That she asked to speak to them.
Yeah, but this was like a couple sessions ago. This
Okay.
wasn't recently. This was like 3, 4, 5 sessions ago. She came to town when she first got there from Neverwinter.
Yes.
So remember, Lady Gariel's the one that sent the message.
Sirach.
She sent the message asking Neverwinter to save Phandalin, and we intercepted it, and that was how we came into this whole mix. So
Yeah.
she's the one
Okay.
that sent the inquiry and kind of
Us as well, right? Like Octavia
No.
intercepted it and sent
No.
us
Let me, as a DM, establish the
two separate ties.
timeline
Okay.
history.
The multiverse.
Yeah, because the dragon had moved into the Phandalin territory and started to like attack, the local areas, townspeople, things like that. There was cause for alarm.
Yeah.
Lady Gariel reached out to Neverwinter, to the steward of Neverwinter. Neverwinter no longer has a king. There
It's
is
a republic.
there is a steward who is like
It's a
republic.
as the like acting as a king, but is not.
It's a republic.
Think Gondor. Well, no, Gondor, because Gondor's not a republic.
Say the
So
word
he's
public again.
Okay,
so
so
Gondor is a
so it is a
republic, right?
kingdom, but he's just.
So
Sorry,
anyway,
you said it's a counselor?
It's a republic.
No, it's
Stewart.
not.
Stewart.
It means that he means that there is
So
someone in
they
the
reached
king's
out
seat.
to Neverland
Correct.
and said, "Hey, we're a small hodunk town, a bunch of farmers, and
Merchants.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
we're
Gnomes.
rootin' tootin'.
Yeah.
You know, we need
Rootin' tootin'.
It's
en
called
route
Regents.
to Neverwinter, the message was intercepted by Lady Octavia,
Octavia, yeah.
who is part of the Talons of Sirach.
Right.
She reached out to Mergongar, Jinx, and Black
Captain
Saffron.
Howdy.
I almost said Black. I
Well, the
almost said-
flipping
I was
Captain
like,
Howdy.
caught myself, and then
Captain
like
Howdy.
you caught that, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
So that's how you guys got brought in.
Yeah.
In the meantime, knowing that this was a dragon and that the three of you weren't going to be able to do this on your own, she reached out to some other people that she had heard were very capable. However, he didn't divulge some of that information.
Yeah.
So she reached out to Blast, Sybil, John, and then separately from them, Quebec, and kind of brought them into the fold as like, hey, we have this job.
Cool. All right.
She didn't really divulge that.
When you say
There
we
was
have this
some,
job, I just thought that, bro. Have you seen Scarface, where they kill her mom? They go,
years
"You
ago.
want a job?"
And so she didn't divulge to the Baja Blast boys that there was some sneakery happening.
Black ass boys.
So they don't know that there was like.
So when
They got-
so if you guys recall,
Yeah.
when you guys first arrived, Harbin was very upset because they had requested like a battalion.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was like, "Oh, it's just
They
you."
requested an army,
He's like, you're not an army.
and they got 7 people.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember that.
And they're like, "No,
Um,
that's us. That's totally us."
Now that Lady Gabrielle's back, because she was the one that sent the message.
Right.
And they never heard back. They never heard back. They never heard back. So she left to Neverwinter to go find out and ask directly.
So
now,
she knows that we.
now she's back.
She's
Back
putting it together.
Lady Gabrielle's back. Tell a friend.
Oh my
He's
god.
So she
like,
rub
"I
my back."
know you guys are lying."
So yeah. So she's basically
Hey,
had it not
man.
been for the dragon attack, she probably would have been putting together like, hey, something's going on here.
Yep. She's all sus about us.
Yeah.
So she's the
calling
only
a
one that
fucking
knows.
meeting.
She's the only one that knows that we did something. Like
Yeah.
that we intercepted
Okay.
the message and we're not who we were supposed to be.
But we're better.
Also, for the sake of clarity, nobody in Phandalin knows who Octavia is,
Good.
Got it.
except for Lady Gabrielle,
Okay.
because she's a harbor and she has
Damn,
a
Lady Gabriel knows all the deeds.
network of information.
She's Mosa.
Okay.
Such a chismosa, yeah.
She's the only one that's asked about Octavia.
Got it. No one else knows.
And,
And just
she's technically the only one that has even mentioned the talents of Sirach.
She's the only
Mhm.
one
Only
who
one.
ever brought up the
Okay.
Talons of Sirach.
quick question before we move on to this conversation. I just have one last question about the order of the gauntlet.
Rock boys, rock boys.
So rock boys.
Fucking
Fuck, bro. That was honestly the best. So quick question about the order of the gauntlet, and then we stop.
Mhm.
Oh, that was adorable.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
Everybody saw that.
Yeah. We all saw it.
Man, where's my wife at? This is some bullshit.
He's like, "Baby, come in, just like hug me." So I can
She's not here.
Aw.
So
Not here. Oh man.
That's like.
I am mad. Bro, you know how many times when I just put down my headphones to like go do something, I'm just going into the room to be like, hey, what's up? What are you doing?
Sugar.
What's up, babe?
I'll just go bother her and be like, hey, what are you doing? Give me a kiss. And then I'll be like, all right,
All right, bye.
Look, peace out. Thanks.
She was like,
So
get the
honored.
fuck out of here. Aren't you playing D&D? So, quick question about Order of the Gauntlet. From what I recall, we fucking did whatever. We're level 2 Marchins now in the Order of the Gauntlet. But what were we told, if anything, about what our obligations to this organization are?
You were basically just told to continue to be yourselves, and as long as you were maintaining your what's the word I'm looking for?
Moral fiber.
Yeah, moral fiber, and as long as you're like being good examples.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Yeah, we have heard that.
Audio just kind of
Okay.
went weird.
There.
Why are
Okay, you're good.
Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. So basically, like, just keep doing what we're doing stuff for the good of the people.
Look, you have this label on you now, and you now represent all of us.
Got it.
Yeah.
So just keep being dope.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Okay,
there's
so
no
are
like.
we done with all this?
Yeah, all right, let's go.
motherfucking-
Let's
Oh shit! That's why
Okay,
I can
well,
go.
hold up.
Wait, hold on. What were
Another
you saying?
question?
Because you're like members of this organization, like eyes are on you now. You know,
Got
like, the things you guys do, like gets reported back.
Mm.
So just be mindful
So
of
sign on us?
how you proceed going forward, knowing that you're representing an organization.
Right. And we've already been promoted, like I said. Like, we were fucking straight up rookies. Like within 2 weeks, son, climbing the ladder. Climbing that corporate medieval ladder.
So that being said, I grabbed Tybalt from one shoulder, and then I grabbed Blast on the other shoulder. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's fucking do it, boys.
Boys.
Represent this shit.
Boys?
And then as you say that,
Like,
Gone.
hey,
Lady Linnea Greywind looks over at you and goes up, and kind of just looks away.
and I look at her direction, and I go, oh, you know, some water will clear that right up.
He goes, thank you.
prestidigitation.
Thanks for the tea.
I cast that shit in her throat.
It's like,
She's like, oh, dude, please tell me that did happen.
I don't have it. I don't have spells. So, no. But imagine.
He's like, that water really tasted like some sort of soda.
Yeah, why does it taste like Baja Blast?
It's just Baja-y.
It tastes like 75% blue Powerade and
Tastes
25%
citrusy and
Sprite.
lemony.
Right?
No, Cerritos.
Sprite.
Tierra.
Okay. All right. All right. So who's talking to us? Gariel?
Everyone's talking to us apparently.
Yeah, so Vox had asked Lady Gariel that she had wanted to ask or talk to the Talons of Sirach earlier. And now we're coming back full circle after reconciling the Nat 20 and everything else. Lady Gariel looks over at you, Vox, and she says, yes, I did want to have a discussion with you in regards to your role in this dragon situation in regards to Phandalin and possible opportunities towards moving forward.
What do you know about us?
Quite a bit.
Well then.
And she looks at you, Jim, and she says,
And she says what?
Do I recognize that she's looking at Jinx?
yeah, she's not hiding it.
I'm gonna look at Jinx and like narrow my eyes.
Right.
Then I also narrow my eyes. Very narrowy.
And then Lady Gariel narrows her eyes.
Everyone's very sus right now.
As gone
I'm
to
just
seeing
looking
this,
around.
as gone to seeing this from a distance, I'm like, the old Mexican standoff.
What's a
Yeah.
Mexican?
I'm gonna look at the
the old
I'm gonna look at the two and be like,
Phandalin standoff.
it's like in Into Spider-Verse where he's like looking, like mimicking. And
Oh yeah.
Who are the Talons of Sirach?
Why are the talents of Sirach?
How are the Talons of Sirach?
Well, Lady Gariel, your
Why
other
is
work
Gamora?
interesting. Right now we have bigger objectives at hand. And if you help us get through these, then I'll owe you one.
Real
I owe
quick,
you.
before I respond,
Still gonna look at Vox and be like, I'm gonna be like, are you sure?
Narrow your eyes? No.
so before I have her answer, Tybalt had asked the question of you guys.
What did he ask? Tybalt, what did you ask?
Or the
He's-
town of Sirach.
That's complicated, Tybalt. We'll discuss that. Now is not the time.
With that being said, Lady Gariel responds finally, and she says, "I agree with you, Nakata. I think the time for that conversation will be after we deal with the
So you got a little muffled there for me, Ronnie.
Yeah, same.
whatever I do girl voices, and I try to get like
You go.
soft, and
Your camera fell.
Nice hands.
um,
Hand
Your
modeling or
camera,
what?
Ronnie.
Now we're echoing.
He's
Lady Gariel basically says that he agrees that now is not the time to have that discussion, and that once we have dealt with the immediate threat, that is a discussion that we have then.
Eliminating the dragon is as much of a priority as for you as it is for us. What can you offer us?
I have a small division of soldiers that returned with me from Neverwinter. We lost several of them in the initial attack on Phandalin, but I was able to procure them from the Steward of Neverwinter for the sake of repelling this dragon and ensuring the safety of Phandalin. You have their full force at your disposal.
How many souls?
5.
Five.
I can see the look on Vox's face. He likes 5.
Regondar and Tybalt, you both kind of notice that when she says that, she sounds a little bit bothered or annoyed, like resentful almost when she says that.
Sucks for her.
I'm too involved. I don't notice or care or whatever.
Well, your passive perception is in 23.
No.
And I'm like within a few feet of her, right?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all kind of being like
Would
in a circle.
Would I catch that tone of voice?
Give me a insight check.
Fuck. All right. Come on, pretty dice, don't fail me. Oh, bitch. That's a 5.
You took no notice.
Okay.
You're just like dope, 5 extra.
Like, yo, dude. I'm like, yo, 5 extra guys, bro. Like, we got this in the bag.
Okay.
Wait, who was it that's given us 5 people?
Lady Gariel.
Things that have been,
Um,
that were.
Okay, well, I don't want to like hog the whole session. I mean, there's other things I probably would want to discuss with her, but now is probably not the time.
And so as you guys are kind of talking this over with Lady Gariel, you start to hear the squeaking of wagon wheels approaching closer as the next phase of Phandalin are coming into the fold.
Okay.
And you hear the horse-drawn carriage with the episode.
I would like
And
to
the big
run
wagon
up to the carriage.
Wait, hold on. So we're gonna have to take a break pretty soon because I have to take the dog out. Is now a good time? Is this like a good?
Hold on, let's
Okay.
finish this little bit.
I just want to throw it out there.
I would like to run up to the carriage and put my crowbar through where the door is going to open.
No,
Like
no
straight,
chill.
straight through it.
No chill.
Zero
And
chill.
I would like to take my hammer out and beat the crowbar into a circle so that he's just gonna.
Oh my god, what is this?
Give me
Damn,
give me an athletics check
Holy shit.
with advantage because it's a crowbar.
Oh yeah, Koba's giving you advantage on strength checks.
Wow.
Acrobatics.
Athletics.
Wow.
Oh my god.
23.
Cool. Let's take a break.
She's like, you're going to Catholic school. Oops.
Yeah.
All right,
Fine.
guys.
Boom.
So as you guys are talking to, as like the stress levels are now up, right? Because your Lady Gariel is directly referencing the talons of Sirach. Tybalt is now catching wind and starting to kind of put pieces together, is asking about Legends of Sirach. Tribor, Weston, and his men are all kind of looking at you all like, oh shit, this is something. You know, this isn't a normal conversation. Tensions are high. Aelia Thornton is very intense listening and watching your reaction.
Where is she in relation to us? So we're like right
You
at the
guys are
door.
all kind of in a circle,
Okay.
essentially. I mean, you guys are at the door. Tribor and his men showed up, and Lenine and Aelia and Lady Gariel all kind of showed up together. So she's very intently watching your guys' reaction. Would you like to?
I'd also add.
Let me ask you real quick
okay.
though. Would you like to sort of try to hide your reaction in any way?
To seeing them around, or to what?
To just the general openness that the talons of Sirach are being discussed.
Oh.
Like, how are you reacting to this? Like, visibly?
Good question.
Are you cool, calm, and collected, or are you wide-eyed and surprised?
Not at all surprised because I knew that it would come up with Lady Ariel. I actually kind of initiated the discussion, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, yeah, that's a very valid point.
Yes.
Cool. So then are you just kind of
well, I had my short interaction with Tybalt with Tybalt you asked me about the talents, and we agreed to discuss that at a later date. Or at a later time, and I reassure Tybalt very genuinely that, like, I'll tell you about this soon, just not right now. There's a lot going on here. So there's still definitely some, like, at least minor aspect of, like, I want to keep this close to the chest. But I am the one that brought it up. Like, I'm willing to at least discuss some of the preliminary details, and like I was telling Gariel, like, yes, I'm interested, but like we'll talk about this later. Especially with everybody arriving, and this is leading into what I was gonna say. Like, I'm not gonna hold everybody up at the door. Like, we have this whole fortress. I'm gonna start, like, let's work our way in.
And naturally, as you guys are kind of, these people are, Triboard men are now starting to kind of make their way inside and crawling through the Sabantic hole and like, trying to get a feel for what it's like. And, you kind of let them all know, hey, it's safe to go in.
Yeah.
So kind of the important people are hanging around with you guys.
Okay.
Well, it's like a lot of the more like commoners or like underlings are kind of just going in and kind of assessing the situation.
Our Wester can't get out, right?
We're not there yet.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Fucking spoiler alert! I was trying to raise the tension in the group,
Wait, so are we like, how close are we to Rigongar?
Can we fucking go somewhere? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, trying to get back there. So you guys are discussing Talon's stuff. Things are very tense. Halia is very watching very intently, and then out of nowhere, this 7'8" creature of doom breaks into a
heavy armor
full sprint, and not like a slow starting off with a jog and picking up a pace. It's boom, instant, and in the red. Engines just revving high. Twin turbo. He hits the sprint like you've never seen before. Crowbar in hand, light bringing together, and you see him just jump over. Hey, what did you get?
21.
21.
21?
21?
Oh.
You see him jump over the horses that are drawing the carriage. grab a corner of the carriage itself and swing it around like fucking King Kong on the Empire building. Grabs the crowbar in, and before anybody can ask, hammers away with his mace, glowing brightly as he, like a cartoon, takes the steel crowbar, makes a perfect little.
Yeah, beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted.
And
Like we can wheel him in, but he's not getting out.
as you guys see this happen,
Because that's what he was doing the whole rest.
and you hear ping, 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 as the Gongar is. You hear, excuse me, what's that noise going on out there?
I'm gonna tell him. You've been locked up the whole time. You shall stay locked up.
He goes, who is that? Who is that?
Okay.
Those guards, men, what's going on? Apprehend this gentleman. How do you react?
I'm gonna tell him.
How do you
Anything
react? How do you
but
react in
gentle.
regards to the guard? I mean, he just called for the
I
guards
don't
to
give a
kind of
shit.
apprehend you. What do
My
you do?
personality doesn't give a shit about
Do you look at them?
No.
Do you
I will look at them. Absolutely.
regard them? Do you ignore them?
I will look at them. But just to see if I can size them up.
So these guards that are all nearby, having seen with such speed and efficiency, all take a step back.
And then I'm just gonna like tell him, you shall stay locked up because that's what.
And you hear him say, brother, where's my brother? Where's Tribor? Somebody get Tribor.
I'm just gonna walk away.
And as you walk away, you, in the distance, somebody help me. Open this door. I'm tired of being locked up in here. And it's just fainter and fainter.
Oh, you're tired about being locked up?
You walk away and rejoin the group. In the meantime, after you walk away, after you leave.
No, I will turn around if I hear anyone trying to open my shit. Actually, we'll turn around anyway. I thought about it. And we'll tell them if anyone opens that door, we're gonna have a problem.
And instinctively, they all look to Tribor in this instance, right? So that's the next person that they look in direction. And as you look over at Tribor's gaze, you look over at the group and there's a very slight nod.
Wow, bravo, excellent work. I did not expect
And so
that.
as you rejoin the group, you hear the incessant banging and shouting, but it's muffled and easy to scout.
I'm gonna give Tribor like half the back.
Cool.
Do I sense anything weird in my book? Tribor, is there like any ulterior motive going on? First roll 11 plus 2, 13.
He seems sincere in his he's like he almost seems as if he's trying to hide the fact that he's pleasantly surprised.
That someone dealt with it besides him.
Yeah, like he's
Of
kind
course.
of like trying to like stop the smile from spreading across his face.
Okay.
As the rest of the civilians of Phandalin start to pour in, they all start to head in, and
Brutus is about to fall.
Dabbledob and Fiddlestib are there. They
Fuckers, I
walk
shake my
by.
fist at him.
They walk by and they go, "Oh, hi, old friend. How you guys doing? Big portal, no hat, huh? Oh, okay. Well,
I-
inside. We got stuff to do."
As that happens, I'm gonna like slowly try and like put it on so they see me have like my little fucking.
Well, you had one too, huh?
Yeah.
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 That's cat.
And then Fiddlestib notices right away. She's like, "Oh, domo arigato, Mr. Robot."
I'm gonna kneel down and
Oh.
give them a hug. Just be like pat pat pat
And
like a
she
small
like
child.
very excitedly just like jumps up and just both of them
So just like fucking.
you're like embraced, and like you get kind of like one arm on either side of you from like one's over here, and you just have them both wrapped up in a hug. high five.
I'm sorry.
So
My thing to
I'm
focus.
like, as they're going inside, I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of let them know, like, so they're basically like, everyone's hustling past us, right? Because we're at the doorway, at the entryway.
Yeah.
Okay, so as that happens, they give me a hug and be like, oh, thank God you guys are here. I'm glad you guys are safe. We're gonna need your help with our preparations, so don't forget.
And Fiddlestib is kind of she's kind of like the head developer or whatever.
She's the project manager.
She's like the project manager, and she goes, "Oh, Blacksy boy, don't you worry. Fuck, that's a weird accent.
Midwestern.
She says,
What was that?
I don't know, but keep it going.
We got good
Don't
things
you
for
know?
you guys. We gonna help you guys out."
Awesome. I knew you guys would be able to help us. I just want to make sure I remind you before you guys go in. We'll see in a bit, okay?
Oh, Turtle and Rockeye get big mad, but we're still friends.
Always friends. We're always friends.
Big man, big man.
Forever. And then she makes a little heart.
Hold on, let me see.
Does Bartha
I
never?
had something.
Okay.
I wanted to give them, but I fucking forget what it was.
Is it a hat?
No, it wasn't a hat.
Yeah, the hat. You have a hat for them?
Little pointy hat?
No. Oh, no, never mind. I'll do it later. We're good.
As you guys are kind of saying goodbyes to the gnomes or whatever as they go on to set up wherever they need to set up. You can hear the several men and women kind of starting to shout orders to some of the civilians and you take this room, I want all that debris out of there, and you men look at over all the equipment, see what's salvageable, what can we repair. Let's get this place in tip-top shape in no time. People are starting to kind of work towards
Post haste.
cleaning up. Yeah, exactly. Post haste. They're trying to make this a livable situation for
Like a
everyone.
livable, defensible situation.
They're all coming together as a community to get this cleaned up and sorted out so that they can all make whatever things they need to do. To,
Yeah, it's whatever improvements or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we see after the gnomes? Do we see a Dabra coming up?
So as you guys are kind of saying, dealing with the gnomes, you do hear Barthen and Lady Adabra.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Walking together, not holding hands, but closer than
Yeah.
Help them hook up, right?
Like they're gonna bone for sure.
Yeah. I
They're
remember that.
flowers.
They're gonna bone.
And it appears that they're traveling together.
Okay.
Yeah.
My boy.
And they both kind of wave and smile as they walk up from a bit of a distance, but head over towards you guys. How do you guys regard them or address them?
I immediately want to, give a respectful nod to Barthen, but greet Lady Adabra, much more enthusiastically. She's just been
Can I see the
a G this
two-
whole time.
The two
So, okay,
greetings?
class, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, what?
Okay. Thanks,
I
Kurt.
mean, he was just saying what's up.
Well, you better be dexterous about it.
Yeah.
Better be able to dive in there. Whoop, shake your hand.
Holy
Like, oh.
shit, apparently. Okay.
That's a 15.
So as you are very eagerly anticipating your greeting of Lady Adabria, you're kind of playing over what you're going to say in your head, and as she starts to get close, the second you start to address her, you'll hear, "Hi!" And then at the last second, just slip out of the way as the boy that loves talking shop with you guys just tries to do
Anders?
attack on you. Yeah, not Anders. Anders is the
Oh, the other one. What's his name?
Thistle.
Thistle.
Thistle. Got it.
Goes, "Oh man, I swear I was gonna get you this time." And you can see he has the toy sword that you had kind of helped him play,
Make.
make or whatever. Oh,
Can I alter my reaction a little bit
sure.
instead of just fully stepping away? So as Blast is stepping forward to be like, Lady Adabra, this kid fucking tries to running jump fucking sidekick me, right? I don't know if you guys seen that fight video where these two dudes are like fucking fighting like in a jungle. All right, well, they're fighting like in a jungle and it's like a fucking super sloppy fight. This other fucking kid tries to run and jumping sidekick one of the guys that's like beating his friend's ass, and he literally just like grabs his ankle out of the air and tosses him aside. So it's hilarious. I'll see if I can find it. So I'm gonna do that, but instead of tossing him inside, I'm just gonna kind of throw him up and catch him and be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?"
Little limbs are so short, he's just like trying to get you.
Yeah, and he's like, at this point, he's just like holding on to like Blast like arms, like just dangling from his like outstretched arms.
Yeah, just like
gnawing on you, just trying to do whatever damage he can, essentially.
It's like, oh man, you're already getting stronger. I can feel it. I'm gonna set him down. Like, let me see that weapon.
And he's like, oh, fine, whatever. Just kind of like annoyed that like he missed, but then he's like also really excited to talk about his sword. He's like, okay, so like,
All right.
but like my dad showed me how to like cut into wood, and so like I've been making it kind of like a sharp sword, you know, and like one day it'll be like a real sword, and like I'll just be able to go out on adventures like you guys and just like, dragons and like wizards and stuff, and like it's gonna be so cool.
I'm gonna be like, all right, okay, cool. So let's see it. Get in your stance and hit me. I'm just gonna like, put my right arm up.
Pulls it out, and like he just kind of does like a basic stance, but then like as you're like, okay, he's like, and he comes into like he draws his foot back and like pulls his sword back and gets into like an actual like samurai type of like sword.
Yeah. Like what's his name? Mitsurugi.
Practicing.
Well, you
like, all right, let's hear it. Let's feel how strong you are. I'm gonna let him hit me on my arm.
Okay, and he rolled an attack, and he gets a pretty good like thwack on you.
Yeah, like, oh man, see, you're getting stronger. Let's see those muscles. Get inside.
Very excitedly pulls up his sleeve and kind of pushes it up a little bit with his fingers, you know,
like
does it like this.
Dude, yeah, killing it, man. All right, get inside. Be safe.
Them little guns.
Oh wait. So was Thistle or Anders the one who told us about the Thistle? Okay, be like, hey, guess what?
What?
You're right. You're right about that sword.
What sword?
This one.
My sword? Yeah, this is gonna be a dope.
No. Remember you told me about a Dragon Barrow? There was like this legendary sword.
He goes, oh yeah, but okay, Blast. Like that's just a kid story. Like I know I'm a kid, but like we all know it's just a kid story.
I'm gonna pull out the Dragon Slayer Greatsword and like hold it out in front of him and be like, was it? He
immediately turns into like chibi Thistle, shining his eyes just in adoration as like this shining light comes down from the heavens right onto him as you hear this choir of just like
like when you see Excalibur in Soul Eater.
Exactly. Full. Yeah, and he is just like, no way.
Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
And he's like, you know, that's kind of true. Like, I'm kind of like, just, you know, like I have all the great ideas and you guys are like my hired muscle, essentially. Like,
dude, and honestly,
hey, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take care of you guys. I'm gonna make you guys go on the best mission.
And honestly, nobody wanted to hear me out. It took like 3 weeks for me to convince my friends to go. Finally, we did it. We had to kill this crazy monster, and then my evil brother came. I didn't even know I had a brother. I had to fight him. He almost killed one of my friends.
And he's like,
but I got the sword.
My brother's kind of evil too. And then like very.
You look over to Anders.
Thistle, shut up.
Dude, I'm telling you, brothers, man, they'll get you.
Drugs. He's like, tell me about it.
I'm just gonna give him knuckles as I'm like, all right, get inside, be safe.
Well, before that, he goes, "Is it true you guys are gonna fight the dragon?"
Oh yeah. We're not gonna fight the dragon. We're gonna kill the dragon.
Dang, that's so cool. Have you ever killed a dragon before?
I mean, like not yet, but also we got way strong.
I mean, not
super
yet.
strong. And now I have this super great sword. And then we all have stuff now, like we all have crazy stuff. And I'm like, guys, hold up your stuff.
And everybody, the whole group, holds out their magic items. And
yeah.
It's like again, like
Just like fucking boom, boom, boom,
Like,
Yeah.
Look what I got.
And as he's kind of just reveling in the like awesomeness.
Oh, then I hold out the goblin.
Magic items that your gracious D&D bestows upon you.
Can I pull out
D&D, yeah, that's right.
as I call them to
Yeah.
pull all their stuff out? I'm gonna pull out the Goblin King Greatsword as well and summon. I'm gonna have my Echo out, so then he would just transform into Ronster.
And so your Echo does transform into Ronster.
I'm looking
and
for
he's
actual
like,
weapons in my room.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, hear me out, guys.
This Ronster talking now?
Ronster, this is Ronster talking. He's like looking around.
Hey,
He's like, wait a sec.
Saru.
Okay, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I've been through some crazy shit in my life.
Sad.
Stuff, right?
Sad.
One time I made these rocks crumble with my mind. Like it's the whole thing.
Oh my god.
He's like, okay.
Otra vez eso.
And he goes, okay, I don't know what it is, but like, I might be able to like time travel.
Oh no, dude, it's because I put the sword away. I think you're tied to the sword.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, and he's like,
But he tends to
Okay.
believe what he wants to believe.
he looks like a ghost.
does he
Yeah.
look like
So-
a bitch?
So he looks exactly like he's like
like
the same thing as my Echo. My Echo looks like a gray translucent version of me with like
Mhm.
like a slight green aura around it, like my energy. That's what
almost
Ron's
like a better
looks like.
colorized version of like the holograms in Star Wars.
Yes,
you know?
like that. That's exactly how I envision it. So I'm like, no, I think it's because I put the sword away. Look, and I'm gonna put it away, and he's gonna turn back into my Echo, and then I'm gonna pull it out again.
And then he's like, okay, you see that? You see what I did? I don't even know how I did that. But
He
like,
won't
okay,
change his
I'm
mind.
out here, you guys are like going memes, and then all of a sudden people, and then all of a sudden I'm back again.
Oh, it's
I
because
I told him
when
like 5 times that he couldn't move rocks with his mind. You know, this is meta. But like he was so high off his like whatever it was that he was fully convinced the rocks that were falling from this cave was from his mind. And no
Okay.
matter what I said, that's what happened.
Monster.
Meta, it was really because the person who was proficient in all like arcana checks and intelligence checks never fucking did it. So the dumbest person in the party had to do it for them.
Yeah, but you were like really high off something, and you were high off the mushrooms.
Not a
Yeah, I get called out.
time, that one.
So
Yeah.
so then so as
I didn't know what it was
Speak
doing.
left for this.
So as Ronster, what?
It's probably
Ronster is
better,
like
but you
freaking
don't
out
have to
about
do
it.
like, you do whatever you want.
This'll notices him.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
And he's like,
It's like one of the highest
whoa,
rated
ghost
artists.
guy, you know? And Ronster kind of looks over and he's like, hey little man, what's up, dude? And then he goes, oh, you talk, are you a real ghost? Ronster goes, kinda, it's kind of crazy. I died one time and then now I'm here with these guys and
Yeah,
the whole thing.
he's kind of like So I'm gonna put it away real quick, so that it shows up as like just normal my normal Echo,
Mhm.
and be like, so I can do this guy, and he's kind of like me, but he doesn't like think or talk, right? He just looks like me. And then I got this really cool sword because my friend Jinx, she found it and then like sold it to me, and
And make
so
profit.
every
That's
so
what
then
I
every
do.
time I pull it out, I'm gonna pull it out again and just show that like it just fucking my Echo poofs out and he poofs in. Like he just, I guess he was a dead guy and like he had a sword like this, and yeah, he just kind of like he helps me like fight and kill stuff. It's pretty cool.
Thistle kind of like furrows his brow a little bit as he's trying to like take it all in, and he's like, okay, hold on. So you were alive, and Ronster's like, yep. And he goes, and then you were dead. And Ronster goes, uh-huh. And then Thistle goes, and now every time Blast uses the sword, you get to come back, and he's like, yeah, it's crazy, huh? And then Thistle goes, yeah, crazy, bro. And
You want to see something even crazier?
And he goes, yeah. They
can
both
make 'em-
actually, Ronster and Thistle are like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
Ronster, I can make you fly.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna make him
Nah.
shoot up 30 feet.
And I go,
Oh,
I can teleport, guys. I don't know how I did it, but I can can teleport now. Oh, I'm getting so fucking strong. I can't wait till I see that stupid Luna. I'm gonna show her how fucking magical I am. She's probably just doing drugs somewhere.
Monster.
So then I'm just gonna bring him down
He's
back to Earth and be like,
moonbathing.
see, isn't that cool?
I want to try to talk to Ronster. Ronster, you mentioned Luna. I think we heard some guys, some hippies in the forest mention Luna. What Luna are you referring to?
And he like rolls his eyes extra hard, like as slow and dramatic as possible. It takes him like 5 seconds to get the little crescent of the like eyes going from one side to the other. And he's like, some stupid elf girl that tried to like drown this little boy in town one time, and like she just never did
What was his
anything.
name?
She always
What was his
burned.
name?
Drowned him.
Oh, this little boy named Tommy. Like he like okay, so like he got super drunk.
Can you point him out? I'm gonna ask.
And he goes,
Just on-
well, I don't know where he's at. He's a little boy. He's probably about this kid's age. He's the Thistle. He's like, he's about that age. I think he was like an orphan or something. It was never really explained. He was just in a bar by himself for some reason. And then, one of my homies got him super fucking drunk. And I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of helped. And then,
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna interject. You got a kid drunk?
Yeah.
and he's like, not the first time. and he's like,
Yeah, that's
he
not the
just
part of
kinda-
the
gonna-
story they
I'm gonna-
remember.
as-
They
as
only
I-
remember
as-
me.
As the story continues, I'm
Well,
gonna
you have
look
to
over.
remember,
I'm gonna look
Ronster
over and look
references
at
are very-
Tybalt.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at Tybalt and be like, what the fuck? I'm like real quick as the story is going on in the background. I'm just gonna lean into Tybalt and be like, okay, so I know like kind of technically I'm a kid because I'm only like 1, but like I'm not, right? But like it's okay if I get drunk because I'm a big dude and that's okay and I fight and kill things. But it's like not okay to get kids drunk, right?
Right.
You know that though?
Not
He's asking simple.
involuntarily.
But like
But
if they
but it
want to get
should be
drunk,
okay.
that's okay.
Hey,
And
hey,
it
hey,
is for the
question though,
roster-
question though.
and
It
it-
should be okay for you to try to sober up a drunk child, right?
And then Ronster, tries to like.
So I'm still unclear.
He kind of like over and gets in between like Tybalt and Blast, and he like puts both of his little like ghost arms around you, even though he can't touch you. You know, he does kind of shift through you a bit, but he tries to like adjust.
Right it?
accordingly.
Yeah.
He's like, no, check it out. Okay, this kid wanted to get drunk. Like he was like kind of like this kid. He was like #1 fan. He was like Ichiban fan, right? Like every time we come into town, he'd be like, "You guys are so cool. You guys are so dope," and I'd just be like, "Yeah, I know." And then like we were just having a good time, celebrating a victory, and one thing led to another, and Luna tried to drown him in the like horse trough in the middle of the town square. Everybody saw it right away. I was like,
I have heard this tale,
I was
and
like,
I heard
okay.
that in this
right
tale,
away, I
she
saw
was
that,
trying
I
to
was like,
sober up the
"Eee, that
child
girl's trying
by
to drown
dunking
I put the
his
sword away.
head in the
Wait,
water
wait.
trough.
I put the sword
Not
away.
drown the
And then
I'm
he
child.
stopping this meta conversation. I put the sword away.
And then he disappeared mid-story.
I'm like, okay, so
Thistle looks up at you guys after hearing all these stories about kids getting drunk and drowned, and he's just like, kind of backs off a little bit, and he's like, "Okay."
yeah, you guys should go inside, man. I'm so sorry about that ghost dude. Didn't realize he liked getting kids drunk, which I don't think is okay. And I'm gonna look back at Tybalt because still no clarification. I'm like, I don't think it's great.
So then
Is it-
Anders kind of like grabs him by like the like scruff of his shirt or whatever. He's like, "Come on, Thistle, let's go inside. Dad's already waiting." And as he's like getting dragged off, like Thistle's trying his hardest to like, wait, and he's like, "Are you guys gonna fight the dragon?"
Yeah, dude, I already said.
And he's like, "Do dragons have friends?"
No.
I don't know. I don't. What? Hold on. What do I know about dragons?
That's
Less
how much
than
do
what you know
Knowing what you know.
Well, can I do a history check and you tell me what I know about dragons?
Sure.
All right.
You're supposed to read the description like Thomas.
Oh my goodness.
I understand how it works.
This motherfucker.
Thank you.
That's not the term.
There we go.
We don't need it.
Nat 20, 25.
You guys are-
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't need it.
Fucking go.
You having been like raised and created, and just your initial life experience having been spent in Death the White, like workspace and like lab and home, you will have had access to any information like he would have been able to gather. And Death the White being Death the White, knowing what he knows about being Death the White, he is a very knowledgeable person. He kind of knows a lot about a lot.
Right.
Because that's kind of his character, right? Like he was just
Right. He was just like an artificer. He was fucking.
Yeah, he did research into everything because of her research.
He's like a level 20 artificer basically in world.
He was just such a like curious soul and just wanted to like figure the world out. Like anything he could do research on, he did. So he had quite a bit of extensive research on dragons. So you would have been around that, and you would have been able to know that certain dragon types have very different personalities. You know, the chromatic dragons being a little bit more friendly.
Inclined to evil. No, chromatics are evil.
This one is very egocentric,
metallics,
right? Like
metallics.
has a big ego.
Metallic dragons
so
are more prone to working alongside civilizations and not just out for power, whereas the chromatic dragons are kind of out for themselves.
Right. So I would know then that white dragons are among the least intelligent of all dragons. They're at like the lowest fucking peg of the totem pole of the chromatics. So I mean, I would have a lot of the meta knowledge I have about dragons in person. Okay.
With a nat 20, yes.
Fuck yeah.
And so,
okay.
So yeah, so Thistle asked, like, do they have friends?
Nah, dude, this guy has no friends, even though the dragons hate him probably.
And he's like squirming and is able to like break free of like Anders' like grasp. And he's like, okay, so like, let's say you guys kill this dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do about his friend?
No, he doesn't have a friend. That's what I said.
And he's like, that's not what I heard. I heard there's a big, scary green dragon south of here.
They're probably not friends, but the green dragon's probably a bad guy too. We might have to kill that guy too.
He goes, isn't there like a ghost black dragon?
Anyway, go inside. We'll talk later.
And he's like, but what about? And then he gets dragged off.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, okay, cool. So we knew about the ghost dragon. What the fuck? We did hear about a green dragon a little while ago, right?
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was like people confusing this white dragon for a green dragon, but apparently.
Wait, the green dragon. Latruga told us about the green dragon.
Right.
She said that they were able. Oh, did it fly away into another dimension instead, or did they kill it?
No.
They killed it.
Yeah.
And then Ronster Royson recounted the time when they fought a green dragon with his party, with Juga and Luna and Lodge. And they killed the green dragon.
They killed it, yeah.
He did explain that you guys went to another dimension, but he did
explicitly
say that.
Okay, so it's dead.
Eben Death's looking for a body.
And that was confirmed?
Okay, yes.
Oh, you're right.
Oh. Okay, so it's confirmed that Eben Death is looking for a body. As far as we know. As far as we know, right? Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's fucking keep talking to people. Let's fucking
what is this third one? Okay, let's go.
Let's go, because we still gotta talk to everybody and then still talk to them about like how they can help us. So who's next?
This is way too much socializing for Jinx, and she just like lets you guys take the reins on this, and then I'm just like I like fade into the shadows.
So
and,
are there any other
lurk.
major NPCs coming in?
The next batch of NPCs you see are the Roysons. Or the Ronstersons?
What?
Ronsterson and
Yeah, that would be the Ronster. Dang, she changed her name?
And
I don't know.
But that would potentially be the last name she gave them because she knew his last name was Royson, right?
Self-appointed last name because they weren't married.
And
hold on. Let me get prepared for this interaction because this is gonna suck real hard.
Oh.
He needs to prepare.
He's preparing.
The name of your father.
Ronster Royson, right?
My dad's name is Roy. So I'm Ronster Royson.
Right. I understand.
They would be
Ronson, okay, I get it.
Ronson. Oh, son of Roy, son of the Roy of the Roy. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ronster, the son of Ron.
It's loyal, son of Aaron. Son of.
I guess technically they would be Ronsterson, but
Ronsterson. Okay.
Worcester sauce.
Worcester.
so you see them kind of just filing in line with the rest of the civilians, and
Okay.
Gabrielle catches Gon's gaze and just like, and she's just very excitedly kind of waves and tries to get his attention as they don't break file. You know, they stay in line with the rest of the civilians, but she's trying to just like wave him over and like, hi. Does
So
Gon-
is Alsa to us yet?
it's the three of them. It's the three of them.
So they're like right near, like as they're filing in, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
don't bring
I'm
him
gonna-
out, bring him out.
I'm gonna stop.
The daughter is trying to catch Gon's.
She's trying to fucking make eyes at him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't give a fuck about that, but I'm gonna see.
Hold on, Gon. Are you interacting with her? Let somebody else have a turn.
So at this point, like, yeah, I noticed the gaze, right? So, but I'm kind of just playing
Are
it
you like a kid with a
nonchalant.
cup, like,
Yeah, essentially that. So
Oh, I know
if
what you're
she wants to approach, then Gon can't really, do anything about it. So in Gon's mind, I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna stay over here. I'm gonna just.
Do you ignore her? Do you wave at? Do you like acknowledge her?
I'll acknowledge her. Yeah.
She like almost faints. She like falls into like she just trust falls into her brother Lucas, and he just like catches her, and she's just like, oh my god.
Wow.
As that happens, I'm like,
Wow.
what's her brother's reaction, Lucas's reaction
He's
to
just
that?
rolling his eyes real fucking hard. He just doesn't care. He's just like annoying shit.
Yeah, Gon's like, kind of just like a nervous chuckle, like, haha, and then I walk away.
I love it. I love it. And you just like start to charge up your Eldritch Blast, just like, and you're like, no.
I just picture him like that one meme where he's just like fading into the bush.
The Homer,
the Homer, the
Yeah.
yeah. There's a
into-
green
into
shrubbery
the
right
foli-
next to
yeah,
me. I'm
into
just
the
like,
foliage, like into
He
the
just goes
living
in the
wall.
foliage.
Just-
So yeah, you see Lucas and Gabrielle. Right behind them is their mom, Elsa. She kind of looks over and kind of like gives you guys a smile, and she's kind of just focused on getting her family inside and safe.
I'm gonna be like, wait, Elsa, I found something super, super cool. Well, my friend did, but something really cool. I found a sword just like your sword.
And then she's like, I'm sorry, Black. What?
Okay, you know the sword? So literally, my hand's on the hilt,
oh no.
and I put it down to explain the story. I'm like, hey, remember how every time we're in the
Further
time we're in
into the depths of the darkness.
every time we're in the tavern, I always say like, I want that sword. Like,
And
that's
just
the type
seeing
of sword I
pommel of
use.
it, as your hand like touches like the pommel, she's like, "Where did you get that?"
My friend found it.
And she's like, "That was stolen during the dragon attack."
What?
She's like, did you steal this?
Your
Glass?
friend is nowhere to be seen, by the way.
No, I didn't steal
There is
anything.
no friend there.
She's like, Glass, I trusted you. I thought you were a good person.
I didn't steal anything. I'm gonna pull it out.
And she looks at it and she immediately goes to grab at it. She doesn't want you to have it whatsoever. She is like determined to get this back in her possession.
Wait,
Very upset.
wait, hold on.
Are
I
you
have it in my
talking to her?
hand.
Are
No,
you
no,
talking to her?
No. Hold on. I'm gonna point something out. The moment I fully pull it off my back, my echo turns into Ronster.
Very nice. As
Ooh,
she
reunion.
is like almost thrashing at you to get at this.
And I'm just saying like, no, I didn't steal it. I swear. Like, I don't steal things.
You hear the voice of Ronster Royston, and he's like, "All right, guys. Okay, look, this is like the fourth time I'm fucking teleporting, right? Like, I don't know how I'm doing it, but like, give me some time. I'll figure it out." And he's like, "What do you guys? What's going on? What are we doing?"
I'm like, dude, can you just tell the? Okay, so this is Elsa. I don't know if you guys have met Ronster, Elsa, Ronster. Ronster, can you just tell her I don't steal things?
Both of them aren't
They
aware of
met.
his presence anymore. They are just in a different plane of existence. Their eyes lock, and neither say a single word, neither move a single muscle.
Give me one hot second. I gotta
Still
let
as a
Frankie
mouse.
out. Hold on. I'll be right back.
No.
Completely unaware of your guys' presence. The rest of the world doesn't exist.
Aw.
Slowly, Elsa's quivering lip moves to form words as Ronster rushes her and goes to pick her up in a big bear hug and just phases through her and screams, "No! No!" as he just tries to just grab at her, and he is suddenly hit with the realization that he is not on this material plane. In that moment, he forgot. He has to reconcile the fact that he knows he's dead. And as this is happening, Alpha tears down her face, not even speaking a single word, as desperately grasping at him as he is to her. Neither of them able to tangibly interact with each other. As she stops and looks around and is like, what's going on? What did you do? What is this?
Okay, so I thought there was just a few of these swords out there because the first time I used it, you know how like, oh, she wouldn't even know. I've never had my echo out around here, huh?
No.
I'm like, okay, so I have this ability.
And she stops you and she says, she stops you, Blast, as you're trying to explain it to her, and she reaches out to touch your hand. In the very same instant, Ronster does the same, as they both try to interrupt you and let you know. And she says, Blast, this is the only sword of its kind. Why it was so...
Oh.
This is why I kept it as dear to me. This is the only thing I have left of it. And in that moment, Ronster kind of looks at her and he says, what do you mean? Like, am I really dead? And she crumples to the ground, lands on her knees, and just face in her hand, wails the nasty, just blood curdling like wail of like someone who's just lost their love all over again. And he tries to reach down and comfort her, but he still just can't just reconcile the fact he can't interact with her on a physical level. And he looks to you, Blast, for help as he's trying to like comfort her and be there for her the way that he wants to be, but he physically can't. And he kind of looks up at you with like desperation in his eyes, like almost like, please do something. Like, don't let her feel this.
So I'm gonna shoot. Is Jinx still there?
I'm like deep in the bushes, dude.
She Homer Simpson it.
Yeah.
Do I
can
know,
see this
do I
whole thing, but
detect-
I'm.
Do I detect that she's there? Because she hasn't physically left. Do I detect
No.
that she's there?
Are you hiding, Jinx?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like deep in the crevices of like the darkness part of this whatever
Okay,
crevice
me
I
a stealth
found.
check. Give me a stealth
Stealth?
check, and then Blast, you give me a perception check.
Okay.
Rolling.
Deep. Super deep. Damn, honey. It's around the bridge.
Well, I wasn't trying to cry tonight, bro.
Yeah, we are.
That wasn't my best roll, but I got a
Motherfucker.
12.
No, she got me.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That's a
you got
5.
5.
In your desperation of the
I was
moment,
almost a 14.
in the desperation of your moment, like you aren't able to like look as like focused as you normally would. You're kind of just like panning every face you can focus on for a second, and as soon as you recognize it's not her, you move on to the next one, and you know, in a matter of seconds, you realize I don't know where she is. I need to do something now, like regardless of where Jinx is, like Blast needs to act.
You had more?
So, I don't see her. I know where she was last time, like last I saw her, and I'm just gonna shoot her like the most furious look that's ever been on my face.
The little robot eyes.
Yeah.
They go from this.
Like I haven't ever expressed this emotion in front of this group. I don't know if I've even felt it ever, right? Because even when my father died, it was like anguish. It was
This is a new experience for you.
right.
Hey, man, wait.
You've mourned the death of your father.
Right.
Privately, you've mourned the existence of your brother. You've never experienced this kind of mourning.
Well, it's mourning for Elsa.
Yes,
And
you're
Ronster.
heartbroken for them. Like
I'm also somewhat furious that I didn't realize what was going on with the sword, even though meta I did. In character,
But you were
I
so
did not.
clueless as a character, right?
You're a very
I knew
young,
the entire
naive
time, and I
boy, you
profited
know?
off of that. You're
Right.
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 Mhm.
Bushy-tailed, bright-eyed, naive young boy who
Yep.
believes in like the
I
world.
played your son,
So-
my bad.
So I'm like fucking furious. So I turn. I can't see her. She's fucking effectively stealthed away from me.
But I'm looking at him.
I turn back to, and this took just a brief second. I turn to kneeling Elsa and Ronster, and he's, looking at me pleadingly, and I kneel down, and I move the sword over to my right hand, and with my left arm, I drape my arm over as gently as possible over Elsa, and in as comfortingly as I can, I say, I'm so sorry I took what was special away from you. I didn't mean to, but I did, and I will happily give it back to you.
And as soon as you
But-
do that, you feel your whole body recoil as you are violently shoved. And in your split second of confusion, and then having to like kind of realize, hey, I just got like aggressively shoved, not in a friendly way. Like this was like an aggressive action against me. Your Warforged brain kind of goes into like battle mode for a second as you go to like assess the threat, and you see Lucas, the son, standing there, and he screams, "What did you do? What's going on?" As Gabrielle is kneeling down and like trying to console her mother at this point. Neither of them regarding Ronster, but mostly just focusing on you as they, come upon the scene of their mother screaming and wailing, and you kind of holding the sword that she held dear for so long.
So I'm gonna hold it away and back, so like they don't think that I'm like a threat to their mother or anything like that. And just say to them, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize, but I've wronged your mother greatly, and I'm trying to make amends.
He's like,
Lucas very furiously like kind of grabs you by like your like chest plate, like here, kind of, and just like, how like football coaches do to play.
Yeah, like the
He
fucking
kind of pulls you forward.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck did you do to my mom?"
I'm just gonna kind of I'm gonna let him do this because there's no way he does it if I resist. I'm gonna let him jerk me around and look over and
Around.
and just kind of look over and like gesture and nod over to Ronster, who's standing like I guess a few feet away from where Elsa's kneeling, right?
He's still like kind of kneeling with her, like.
Okay.
In fact, Gabrielle is kind of like half in him, like not even really acknowledging his presence. Like
They're just trying to be together. They're trying
the
to
fact
like
that she just was so focused on trying to get to Elsa, she just thought like, I'm gonna bump this person out of the way to get to my mom, but she didn't. He didn't bump. There was just
She's not a
nothing
person.
there. And she didn't even really acknowledge that. She was so focused on like getting to her mom and taking care of her and like making sure that she's okay. She didn't even acknowledge that she just phased through this person next to her.
So I'm gonna kind of gesture like with my chin, I guess, over at him and say, I took something from your mother and somehow brought a shade to being that I believe was her love, and I don't know how.
And then he's like, love, what the fuck are you talking about? My mom's in tears. Look at her. What did you do? How did
As
you get this?
literal as his father.
So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna say look, and as I say that, I'm gonna gesture towards Ronster and physically move him with my mind away from Elsa and stand him up so Lucas can see him.
And as you do that, he immediately, as soon as you move him, as he like is being pulled away from her, he kind of like reaches out for her. As soon as he gets back into that like standing position, he just immediately bolts back towards her.
Did Lucas see this?
Yes.
Okay.
But Ronster immediately rushes over to Elsa, and Lucas turns and sees this and turns to you, and he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to be looking at? Like, what's going on? Tell me everything. And he's just like holding on to you like desperately. Like he's furious, but he's also looking for answers, and like you're the only person that can give them to him. So he's like so torn in his soul because he doesn't like, he wants to strangle you, but he needs you.
A long time ago, I think your mother fell in love with an adventurer, and now Blas is kind of putting the pieces together because he asked Ronster about the sword, and they both fucking are idiots, and they're like, "Oh, cool, you have a sword like mine. Oh, fucking stupid." Elsa now explained to him that
What?
fucking
As Ronster is like desperately reaching out for her, he looks up at you and goes, "No, no."
So now that Elsa has explained that this is the only sword in the world like it, Blas is putting these things together.
Blas, give me an intelligence check.
Son, you're not gonna be happy.
You're not gonna...
With advantage.
All right.
No, I'm not.
Nah.
Go on.
You know what? Actually, never mind, Blas. I'm sorry. Give me either an investigation or a perception check. That's what I should really be looking.
Okay, investigation or perception. We're gonna go investigation because it's slightly better, but not very good. Yeah, I'm doing it with advantage, but okay. Ah, shit. Oh my god. The same. It's a 12.
Okay.
The other one was a nat 1. I dropped a nat 1.
Oh.
No. Oh, from advantage.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I dropped the nat 1.
I was gonna say, how fucking big is your perception? Investigation.
No. So my perception's a +1. My investigation and intelligence are both +2s.
Okay. So with a 12, you can easily see that as you are looking over the sword, you're kind of like turning it in your wrist and kind of just looking at it. You see that at the base of the hilt, etched into the bone itself, is a very rough RR.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna explain to a long time ago. I think your mother fell in love with an adventurer. He died in battle, and your mother recovered the sword.
And then, as you say that, Ronster kind of looks over at you and he says, "Mother."
Oh.
Yeah, these are Elsa's children, Ronster.
And you can see the heartbreak behind his eyes as he has to process the emotion of knowing that like Elsa moved on. And
Or that.
Hold on, real quick. Blast is gonna look at these two kids. Are they twins?
They're twins.
Okay, right. Okay. So he's gonna look at the twins and then look at Elsa and Ronster. Is there a resemblance between the two of them to Ronster?
Oh,
Let me
it's
down your
like
campaign.
me and Amanda.
Oh.
Undeniable.
So basically,
Holy shit!
Hold on.
Holy shit! What a fucking comparison! Yeah.
So Ronster is Laura.
Female Ronnie.
So Ronster is Laura.
Hey, dude.
The twins are you and Amanda. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Female.
So I'm looking up. Okay, as he says that, I'm gonna. It's
Ronnie.
the slowest fucking cogs are moving, but they finally click into place because I'm a fucking dummy, right? There's cobwebs being swept aside as these two cogs meet. And I'm gonna look up. Blast is gonna look up at Ronster and say, in the most serious voice he's ever put on, dude.
And he goes, dude, like desperately, like, dude.
Dude, I think these are your fucking kids.
And he goes, I don't know, bro. Like,
Okay, wow. Wow.
I'm like, so
They're not my fucking kids.
So Lucas is still on me, right? So Lucas is still on me.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm gonna just sweep him aside. Like not like harshly, but I'm just gonna be like, all right, cool. You're done trying to like shake me. Like I'm moving him aside.
And I'm kidding. He didn't say that. That was more for us to have a good
Okay.
Which we did.
Yeah. And when he says that, he says, "Kid." He goes, "What? No. I had a crush on Elsa, and
Did you hook up with Elsa? Oh wait, no, I'm in the.
At this point, she's kind of like looking at him, like, "Oh shit! Like, is this really happening?" And she's having to kind of like put like 2 and 2 together too, where she's like, "What?" Where she's now realizing like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know, like, why is Ronster Royson here as like a ghost? Why does Blast have his sword? And like, you know, she's kind of like, "Oh shit, what's happening?" And like listening very intently to what Ronster is having to say, because just meta for the rest of you. The last interaction they had was the first time that he ever finally agreed to like, hey,
let's bone down.
So basically, Elsa was exactly the way Gabriella was going.
Oh, so she was like, she was super
She
like
was
over the
on
top
that
enamored,
damn
like
She was
enamored.
working on that shit like she was making money.
Got it.
He was after him, and he was very hesitant. And then finally, the last time that they left the tavern, he said
he was
finally hooked up with her.
Get this fucking sweet. You know, after that, he fucking got crushed by a bunch of rocks.
Got it. Okay.
Never saw her again. Just so you.
So one and done. So one and done. That was it.
Just so you guys understand the situation, so you understand the timeline.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna just somewhat gently, but like forcefully move Lucas out of the way, so I can walk closer to Elsa and Ronster. Like, okay. Here's the deal. I came into possession of your sword. I will happily give it back. But I want you to know this. I'm pretty positive the only way he stays here and able to talk to you is if I keep the sword. I don't want to. If you want it back, I don't steal things. I'm not a thief. But I can at least give you some time before I give the sword back.
I think
And
he's right.
as you say that, all eyes are on Alpha as Lucas has let. He's still kind of holding on to you, but like lightly, like very like he's unaware of his presence, even though he's still like.
I walked through him and he just held on and like got dragged
he's
a little bit.
Is so focused on everything else that like he's there, like his hands are like this on you, you know, like they're there because like he just hasn't thought to move.
And
Gabrielle is looking up, very confused, looking for Gon for like reassurance almost, but still very focused on her mom and what now appears to be the ghost of some guy that might be her dad that she realizes is now next to her, and she's never had to think about that before. Lucas is just staring in awe.
What's her name?
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, sorry.
The barmaid. She was one that would like run drinks and.
It's because Roddy's middle name is Gabriel.
Thank you.
It's pretty much the waitress, Cynthia. From the
I know.
bar.
I just forgot her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were trying to say something?
So Lucas is just kind of staring in awe of the visage of Ronster Royston and kind of realizing like, this is the man that I've heard stories about. The man that like my mom would tell us stories as she put us to bed about like his heroics and like how strong he was and how brave he was and like what an upstanding great citizen he was and just all the things that moms want their boys to think about their dad, you know, like she painted him out to be this like hero of heroes who saved Phandalin, you know, like fought dragons and wizards and fucking giant spider guys, you know, like this is the guy that like made their Phandalin great.
So,
but it's
sorry. What is Sybil trying to say?
In with that exchange and the interaction that's going on, and before she answers, I would have taken a step back and clasped my amulet and said, Lathander, if you can hear me and you're out there, is there anything that we can do? This is why I feel like this is why I'm here and why you do what you do.
As you say that prayer, are you saying that kind of like in your like mind, or are you verbally? Cool.
Yeah, not really out loud.
Yeah, gotcha. As you are uttering that prayer to yourself, your amulet starts to burn bright a little bit. Very warm to the touch. Your soul is on fire as you are just filled with the essence of Lathander. You feel his, not just his radiant, but like his celestial power just flowing through you, and you kind of instinctively recognize like this is who you are. You are this like conduit of this celestial force, and you have a way to kind of impart that essence and that power into the like physical world, and you feel it burning inside of you. Meta, do you have a diamond?
Yep.
Cool. That diamond is burning in your pocket.
I'm gonna take the diamond out, and as Blast offers to give the sword back or to hold on to it, I'm gonna take a step forward and say I don't believe it's a choice for either of you. I'm gonna place the diamond on the sword itself, and I'm gonna try to cast Revivify.
Go ahead and burn your spell slot.
Oh,
oh my
damn.
fucking god.
You're trying to resurrect the sword?
No.
Ronster
You're trying to okay. Through the sword.
Yeah, he's trying to
Son!
Resurrect the sword.
Oh my god, try! Oh my god! Dude!
Son! What is going on?
Great idea. Even whatever happens, so
Oh
great.
my
Great
God.
idea.
Oh my god.
So, as Tybalt steps forward, diamond in hand, places his hand on the sword, and starts to kind of press the diamond, almost as if he's trying to like press it into the sword, like trying to phase it into it or like meld it with the sword itself. You see that Tybalt starts to emit this blinding light. You all have to kind of avert your gaze for a second as you're just overwhelmed by the brightness of this celestial presence. Um, and as he is casting the spell, you can see that the air around you is now starting to swirl as the physical essence of this celestial force is now starting to enter the material plane, and it's overwhelming almost, where you kind of have to bolster yourself against the force of it, as this bright light is just shining and is now dimming from Tybalt himself and is now focusing into his hands and focusing into the diamond, and the diamond is just shooting off rainbows of prisms like a fucking disco ball. It's just glimmering in the brightest sheen of light you've ever experienced in your life. And you see Ronster, Royston, looking at his hands as they're starting to go from that ethereal sort of
No way.
blue visage, and he's starting to have more of a material body to himself. And he's starting to have more color in his cheeks. You can see the darkness of his jet black hair. The stubble on his chin is starting to form. The like three little eyebrows that he has left is starting to like
Oh.
billow in the wind as he is now starting to just glow himself. And Elsa is just looking on, bright-eyed and just in awe, as Ronster is now materializing in front of you. And as his like from the crown of his head, you see this kind of like glow kind of emanate from like here, and it's going down and it's passing through his shoulders and to his waist and slowly moving down his legs as his material form is now forming in front of your eyes. And as it's getting to like the feet and finalizing the transformation, it flickers away and the magic dissipates.
No! No!
No.
That ghostly see-through form once again as he looks around in desperation, and the echo itself dissipates and disappears.
Fucking hate you right now.
Michael disappears?
You break it hard.
And that's where we're gonna
Why?
end tonight.
What?
Mother bitch, what?
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good ending.
Wow.
Do you feel that's a good ending? No.
Oh.
I agree.
No way. No fucking way.
Although I kind of wanted
You're
to run up
trolling.
do my review. I
Come on.
don't think I can.
It's 11.
Dude.
Gone.
Fuck.
That was emotional.
That
Bro,
was emotional. That was
emotional
very
as fuck.
heartbreaking.
I almost cried 100%.
Tybalt, as you are casting the spell and you see all of this happening and you feel the essence leave you suddenly. Like when you turn off an old tube TV and you see the like, choo,
Yeah.
it's gone. The diamond is still in your hand. Your spell slot not yet burned, so go ahead and uncheck that.
Okay.
As the spell was unsuccessful. And
Good
as
try.
you look for the guidance of Lathander, you hear, I'm sorry, as it fades away.
Fuck.
Under
No.
stressed out.
I'll turn to her and say, I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Ronster.
And
Elsa looks up at you, Tybalt, and she clutches at your clothes as she starts to try to pull herself up, using you as leverage. But her body is just too weak. She doesn't have the strength to do it. As her heart and soul has just been torn to shreds 15 times tonight. Gabrielle and Lucas both move to help her, as she says, "Tybalt, please, if there's anything you can do, please help me. He's still out there. I thought he was lost this entire time. And you guys gave me hope for a split second. I still believe we can bring him back." Blast unknowingly gave me that hope again.
Hold on to that
Please,
hope.
please help me. Please bring him back.
We'll find a way. We will scour the earth
Um,
and find a way.
As she says that too, as soon as Tybalt finishes his sentence, I'm gonna flip the sword around so the blade is pointing down and hand her to the hilt. Say, this belongs to you.
And as you reach out to her, hilt kind of leaning in her direction as the tip of the blade carves itself into the dirt a bit. She doesn't immediately grasp it. She puts her hands on top of yours as she says, "Blast, I never intended for you to have this, but I'm so thankful that it ended in your possession. If even for a split second I was able to relive part of myself that has been lost for years, I'm so thankful that this sword ended up in your hand. Thank you." And then she takes the sword and clutches it to herself and holds it tightly.
and in the bushes, I think to myself, "You're welcome."
I'm gonna I'm gonna so as soon as it
Moment, and that fucking made me laugh. So take inspiration.
Okay, cool.
as soon as she takes
Right though.
as soon as she takes
You're
the
welcome.
as soon as she takes the sword from me, Blast is gonna meet her eyes briefly and turn and walk away towards the direction of where Tony is, but keep walking to the base of that tree. As he does it, he's gonna casually dismiss his echo, find a spot where he can sit with his back turned to the rest of the party by himself, and
And we all
you just see his shoulders rack as he's sobbing silently to himself.
yes.
The Bantic's gonna go up and then touch her back to his.
Oh, the turtle back.
Aw, I'm back.
No back bump.
Please remove the Goblin King Greatsword from your inventory.
You got it.
It's done.
Ronnie, you get inspiration.
Yeah, that was
Honey, that was
Fuck,
great.
man.
Yeah.
God
Dude.
damn it.
And Tybalt wants to go up to Blast and kneel down next to him and show him like the diamond that was used that didn't take. And I'm gonna say this is gonna be for Ronster. We're holding on to this one for that reason.
So he's gonna look down. He's Blast is looking down into his hands, and his sobbing abates, and he's gonna slowly look up and meet Tybalt's eyes and wipe his nose,
Perfect song.
wipe his face.
Do you have tears?
Yeah, so he's
He has bodily fluids. We discussed this.
Yeah.
yeah, no, he does
They're
have tears.
lavender.
So and like his blood is like a lavender. So this is gonna be like a clear fluid, slightly tinged with purple.
Hmm.
And they're welling at the corners of his eyes as he's wiped the flowing tears away.
Yeah. They're very, when you look at them, they're clear, but when the light hits them, there's a slight shimmer.
This iridescence of lavender tones.
And he's gonna wipe his face. Tears are still in the corners of his eyes. And with a look of fierce determination, meet Tybalt's eyes and say, if it's the last thing I'll do, if it's the last thing I do, he comes back.
Sybil and Blast, actually. Both of you. In the back of your skull, you hear the faint voice of Lathander. He speaks to you and he says, there are others that are still looking for you. Finding them.
People may not be able.
Did you guys hear me?
Yep.
Cool.
Fuck, man.
Cheers, motherfucker.
Cheers. I love you.
You didn't know we were in a cry today, huh?
Dude.
Cheers, mate.
I've never felt this emotional
I'm-
playing D&D.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was ready to cry with you right there, bro.
Dude, bro,
Right?
god damn.
Emotional. Good one,
Emotional.
Ronnie.
Damn it.
Yo, our first
Seriously.
YouTube
You give
live,
us
and we're all
hope.
almost crying. I hate you so much.
Oh my god, he's gonna be
Are we really
brought,
stopping?
like rebirth, whatever.
Yeah.
And no.
So essentially, and you guys, we can continue if you'd like.
I mean, we still got to prep.
That is a great stopping point. However,
Yeah, honestly, I do feel that.
the only other thing that would be left to do today, if you want to, is to have that council meeting about what to do.
No, I'm like emotionally
Okay.
burnt out.
Yeah, that shit was fucking rough. Okay,
Yeah, I got
give
to
me
run too.
give me a couple minutes.
I
want to stay on
You had to
Zoom.
run around 11, so I was like,
Yeah.
I knew
I wanna-
So we got 10 minutes to recap and then we're good.
I want to stay on Zoom and still chat with whoever wants to
Yeah.
chat still.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Oh,
yeah, give me a second.
We're
I got a
cutting
pee
you
break.
off.
No, he's kidding.
I'm joking.
He was like, what?
He needs to go, recollect himself.
So let's do like a little recap. Let's take some notes.
No,
Thank
You
you for
gotta run though,
volunteering.
guys. So I'll see you guys. That
Have
was,
fun time,
Bye,
man.
Edgar.
Bye,
Love you.
Yeah.
Wish you the best.
Hey, thanks for everything, man. You did great tonight.
Yeah, that was a really good
Thanks.
choice right there.
Lysander approves.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm really gonna dig the storyline. So
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
I was like, it's not gonna be that easy. 'cause,
Edgar, I can't remember.
yeah.
I love ball.
Did never mind. I'll mess with you later.
All right.
All right, man. Hey,
Hit me
I
up
love
in
you
chat.
guys. I love you, Edgar. You have a great
Yep.
night.
Yep.
Thank you for everything, man. Appreciate
Yep.
you.
All right.
I'll
You
be
too.
right
All
Bye.
right. See you guys.
But
No.
Oh, okay.
So, Cynthia, since you have volunteered to be the lore keeper of this session, what?
Yeah, I totally
You did.
was volunteering right there.
You said we should take notes.
Yeah, we.
Who's we?
Here, I'll do it.
Are
No, it's okay.
we?
I got it up.
I meant you as a group, but like I'm gonna let you spearhead this project. So
I got
we-
word out.
Do we want to keep recording the recap?
once we finish notes, then we'll cut it.
Okay, cool.
For the sake of posterity.
So, we had
Dave took a lot of notes. guys, so
Gariel,
fucking buy him a beer next time.
Halia,
Well, you let us
The
know
elves?
what here.
There are 5 different factions that we need to caption.
yeah.
There's the Harpers.
So hold on a second. Hold on. I just want to talk about the people who actually came.
They were all there.
Yeah. So
I just didn't
Halia,
have time to
the
talk about them.
gnome.
So one is Halia.
Yeah, the gnome.
2 is gnomes.
Arson.
Mhm.
Arthur
They're all there.
Provision.
All
Lenny.
there.
Everyone is there.
Okay.
Everyone's there.
All
I
right,
checked
then I
them
guess
out.
we don't need
Yeah.
to care about that part.
You can just you can put it. No, definitely.
What's 4? What else? What else? 2
Yeah,
more?
I agree. I
Kind of
agree with
recap each
Just put the names. At least put the names down.
yeah.
Holy shit! I'm never gonna make you mad.
Sorry.
How about this? What would you guys like to ask me in regards to notes?
Oh, all kinds of shit. Oh, notes.
Everyone
Oh.
but Dave.
Yeah, Dave, you, what's the term? You take a seat back. We'll take care of this for you.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You're good.
No, you doesn't.
Cynthia will take care of this for you.
That'll do, Paige.
Yeah, I am totally the
First
best
from the
person.
start. So I put down all of the people that I wanted to talk to.
So Cynthia,
Okay,
Way more than I thought.
who are the 5?
Halia, gnomes, hearth and provisions, and then we were on 4.
See, Dave.
What was that?
We were on 4, so I got
Oh, no,
Halia,
never mind.
the gnomes, Hearthen's provision, and then
I thought you
we-
were.
listed 2 more. Or we're about to.
No,
The
there's 5.
Lenine Greywind was there.
There's 5 different factions for sure.
Halia Thornton was there. Lady
Halia
Gadriel or
Thornton.
Gariel was there. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Gadriel.
Galadriel.
Galadriel.
What was that one?
Lady
Ga-
Gariel.
What?
Gariel.
What's
Lady.
now
Yeah, yeah.
and what
Yeah, yeah.
once?
Hmm.
Gariel.
Luego?
The
Gallego?
I should have used my inspiration on my one roll tonight.
The one roll,
Did
yeah.
you roll?
At least you had a
Did
roll.
anybody not roll?
You guys
Oh,
rolled?
actually, I rolled 1 time.
You guys rolled
Oh yeah,
tonight?
she did to go into the shadow.
Lindsay
Yeah.
did not roll tonight.
No, she did.
No, she did.
that's okay.
You
You
did?
know what? Truthfully, I knew tonight was going to be all RP.
I know. I'm not complaining.
So,
Uh-huh.
I got one roll.
any questions in regards to what was talked about that you guys would like clarification? I mean, not like I'm not looking to expand on it, but like you want to make sure
Like
that
a
you guys
recap.
understood interactions.
I think for me, I missed out on Ragongar's little thing that he did with the crowbar. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. Take inspiration.
I already have inspiration.
Crap, Harvey West in his carriage.
Say that
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Ragongar effectively trapped Carbon Wester Jr. in his carriage
Holy shit,
and
that's huge.
threatened any guards that if anybody tried to let him out, they would have to deal with Ragongar. And then, on top of that, Tribor Wester,
Wester.
I always forget.
Wester.
He's my fucking character, and I
Yeah,
forgot.
Wester.
Wester gave his seal of approval to Ragongar. Almost thankful for having.
That guy's
Well,
not
it-
coming out because he didn't want to come out before. That's the whole reason.
Oh, you guys have
Because he
seen
was always like locked away.
him, right? You guys met him once,
Yeah.
like,
He
officially.
didn't want to come out of his
I have
like
a-
whatever
I have
the
a,
heck, right? So he's gonna stay in there.
I have a Hero Forge token for him.
Why? He's never gonna be
Why?
out and about.
Why?
I used a lot of
Why?
Hero Forge and then just kind of like abandoned it.
I like it.
He's the like most ugly, gaunt, like ginger
Gaunt?
looking motherfucker.
Oh, he's ginger.
He's like hunched over and all fucking like cheeks all tucked in. And he hasn't seen sunlight in fucking months. Right?
Hey,
Okay, so we're done with
Doing
the
a
session.
recap.
We're no
Yeah, we're just doing note recap.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
so
recap. Let's do
we
it.
just recapped Rigongar's incident with the crowbar in Harbor and Wester, and how
Oh,
he
how did that?
also
How
at
did
the
that end up?
end.
I missed that part. How did that
Yeah,
end
yeah.
up?
I missed that part too. So, Ragongar essentially went over to Harbin Wester Jr.'s carriage.
Yeah, so
Um,
he was in
I
this
saw
in
him
this
do it.
carriage that was like a prison.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I put my crowbar through the door and beat it into
A circle.
like a circle essentially, so he can't get out. And nobody's gonna let him out.
Yep, no one's really.
So nobody in the
Well,
village
don't
is like.
push him into the
So,
cave.
oh wait,
but he's not getting out.
nobody in the village is like tried to help him.
No.
Because
Because everyone
they
hates
all, they all initially moved to, and then Ragongar gave them fucking scary eyes.
What about
And,
Tribor?
and then Tribor looked
approved.
over and winked.
Because Tribor's taking over this fucking town.
He's already done it.
We gonna run this town tonight. Hey, hey,
You know, it's crazy to think that they were gonna pay her like $4 million for that walkout
We'll walk out.
when he was supposed to fight Connor.
I mean, it's not that crazy. It's Rihanna.
I know, but bro,
It's Riri.
they paid some of their fight. They were paying some of their fighters $15,000 at the time.
That's what the UFC does, son. Their
I know,
lowest,
I know,
their
but that's what I'm
lowest,
saying.
their lowest level fighters right now are 12-12.
That's crazy.
That's crap.
Dude, Darren Till up in Kamzat
Darren-
right now is 12-12.
Aaron Still is a English fighter.
Kamzat Chimaev is on the 12-12 right now.
Yo,
So
and
is Sean O'Malley.
Smart on Sean O'Malley to be like, I'm not fighting a fucking top 15 guy. If you're paying me 12-12,
Fuck no.
I'll fight
One,
the 12-12ers.
One, he's smart because he realizes once he
Yeah.
cracks the top
Anyway,
10, he's about to get fucked up. Okay. So, recap, full recap.
Okay, anything else
So,
after the whole carriage thing with
Ronnie made
Ragongar?
us cry.
Okay, so Ronnie made us cry. I'm gonna put those exact words in here.
I lost the strongest weapon in the game so far.
No, you didn't lose it. You
You returned it.
I did. No, I did. I had
willingly.
to. I had to. Oh wait, hold on. Can I do one thing
No. Yes, just kidding.
in game? Can I do one more thing in game?
No, the game's over.
Okay.
Ah!
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Maybe.
All I was gonna do was as I'm sitting there fucking weeping and then Tybalt, does a thing and I'm like fucking just getting my fucking vengeance shit in order. I'm gonna sit down and just think about everything that happened. Like I got fucking.
Let me ask you this, Andre. As Blast,
What's her name again?
in regards to a lot of the things that you've kind of experienced very recently, you have to have reconciled and processed the emotional trauma of finding out that you have a brother.
That was number one on my list, and I just crossed it off because nobody cared.
I brought it up.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Okay.
did, and that's why
I brought it up to Thistle.
that's why I brought it up too. Exactly that. You have now are coming to terms with the fact that this entity out there has essentially said that he's your brother, right?
He's the he's the proto man to my Mega Man. He is.
Did you just yawn?
No,
Yes, you did.
I'm not.
You fucking yawn.
No.
Both.
He did laugh yawn because we said it at the same time.
So yeah, you're dealing with this emotional trauma essentially of your brother. Now you are having witnessed Tybalt, who in your head is one of the most powerful clerics you've ever encountered. Correct.
He would now be probably the only cleric I encountered. But more importantly,
You're like
more importantly,
lighthouse of what a cleric is.
correct. No, well, not just that. More importantly, to Blast, he is a paragon of what it means to be a good person.
Correct. Now your brother, right? This dark blast entity. Kind of, I mean, if we are metaing and recapping a little bit, basically asked you for help and said, hey, you're my brother. Help me stop this thing that I am like associated with I don't really want to be a part of, kind of.
Hmm.
Kind of essentially asking you, hey, together we can stop all of this, right?
Right.
As,
But he was also doing it as he was fucking up my friends.
as creations of Zeth the White, like the two of you are a force to be reckoned with. The two of you essentially, and he was kind of proposing this, that maybe the two of you have the power necessary to stop this evil and put an end to the cycle of doom and despair and hurt.
And so just real quick, he was he referencing fully the rise of that Draco Lich, or was he more saying, because now he's a part of the organization that killed Zeth the White?
Exactly. And he was basically saying like, hey, this is what I'm.
Oh my god! I can bring that inside.
This is what I'm kind of obligated to do because this is how I've been programmed. This is what I was.
You brought a grasshopper in my room.
This evil like conduit of like.
Excuse me.
Cynthia.
Someone mute Cynthia. Can you mute her for a second?
No.
Cynthia, can you hear me? Oh, there you go. You're good.
Basically, he was saying like, hey, look, I'm you but evil, and I don't want to be evil, but I have to be because this is how I was made. So help me not be this evil version of you, right? And together you can do it. Having gone through that, now you've had Ronster Royson pop up into your life, and just like reverberated like your energy back to you, and he very much like almost regarded you as like a brother in and of himself, like
like a kindred spirit.
He saw a lot of himself in you in a way that like he just latched onto you immediately. Not because you had the sword. It could have been anybody that had the sword. Any Echo Knight that ever wielded that sword and summoned their Echo would have gotten Ronster Royson. But it was you, right? And he sees a lot of himself in you, and therefore like had that connection instantly. And you had the opportunity to bring him back, and you guys weren't capable of it. You guys weren't strong enough. How's Black feeling?
So part of why Blast went over by himself and was grieving was because this brings him back to a sense of powerlessness that he has not felt since he was unable to protect his father. Willing to protect his father, but his father, knowing that he was not yet strong enough, took measures to protect him, right? So that he wouldn't be destroyed also in that attack. He's just feeling hopeless and loss, and on top of that, such a sense of shame that despite all the power he's been able to accumulate in a very short amount of time with his friends, it's still not enough to do what he feels like he should be able to do. He's dedicated his life to now protecting and saving those around him that need it. And now he's encountered two beings back to back very, very quickly that he was incapable of doing either. So he just feels immense shame at the fact that he wasn't able to do what he should be doing.
Say he feels like a burning in his soul, like he's almost vengeful at his lack of ability to do the things he needs to do.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. that shame is quickly turning to a burning anger, not only at himself but at the world. And it's something he's never felt before, right? He's never really felt much anger in his life, right? And now he doesn't know what to do with it. It's just sitting there in his heart, and it's weighing down on him right there with that shame, that impotence that he's feeling.
Oh, dude, you went another level there.
What do you mean?
From shame to impotence. Like, wow.
That's what he's feeling. He's feeling like he's incapable of doing anything.
Okay.
Anything meaningful at least.
Yeah, no, definitely, and that's why I wanted to ask, because I kind of want to see like where you were, where Blast was, I should say.
Yeah, that's where he's at. He grasps the power he personally wields when it comes to conflict. He understands that he's more than capable in battle, but
would you venture
he
to
feels-
think that he's now like struggling with the idea that like, although he feels very capable in battle, he's now realizing that that's not enough, right? There's more to life than just being strong.
right.
It's being able to like channel it in a way that is effective for
And also not only the channeling of it, but even if he were to channel it in a correct manner, let's say he's like he's described before, he feels like he is Tybalt's right hand. He is Tybalt's strong right arm, right? He is the justice, the vengeance that can be bestowed upon other people, for other people, on behalf of Tybalt. But now he doesn't know if he's capable, because he can kill monsters, but it doesn't feel like he can help anyone.
Oh no, I'm right there with you, man. I follow. How does Jinx feel having seen all of this?
Oh, also, he's really pissed at Jinx, by the way. I want to put that out there. He is not happy with Jinx at all. Like, he's fucking furious with Jinx.
This is the first time that Blast has been essentially like played like this, right? So it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's never happened before. He
Cynthia,
doesn't.
you're muted, by
He
the way. There you
doesn't.
go.
He doesn't condone thievery. He's just so naive that.
What do you think I was doing this whole time, sweetie pie?
Well, he's trusting. He's trusting of his friends. He's trusting
No, I
of
know,
the
but that's
people
just
in his
what
party.
Jinx says to Blast, right? I get
Oh,
that.
definitely don't say that shit.
Oh well.
Just did.
I think she
So
already
did she say that to Blast?
No,
I mean-
Is this?
you're off social
Yeah.
by yourself.
Roll
Okay,
initiative.
we're up.
Oh shit!
So Cynthia, how does Jinx had a very prominent hand in all of it? How does she feel? Like, is she
So
like remorseful? Is she?
So
like,
she's conflicted, okay? She, this is what she normally does. It's how she's gotten by in life. It's
That's just
how,
how her brain works, right? Like,
right? Yeah.
She saw an
So-
opportunity, she took
Totally.
it.
Right. You see an opportunity and you take it. Very much an opportunist, very much like survive, kill or be killed in the moment, right? So given that she lives in the moment to moment like that, it's hard for her to sometimes wrap her brain around like the bigger picture like it is right now. So
Yeah.
she is conflicted now that, she's put into a scenario where she's like, oh, that affected people greatly. I don't like to hurt people per se. I'm just trying to, come up myself, right? And I saw an opportunity, I took it, I sold it to you. My bad, it's kind of just what I do. But now that I see the bigger picture, she does feel something for the first time. She's like, okay, maybe we can't just let that instinct always dominate our choices. Maybe you can try to think a little more instead of just seeing the gold, right? And but she is also conflicted because even though this affected people negatively, it also affected them positively. Like now you see that there's a potential of maybe bringing this person back. They at least saw each other for like the first time in many, many, many years, and that's, you know, good and bad, I guess. But so she feels good that, you know, it ended up in a sort of positive note, but she does feel bad for the first time about actually stealing something that affected people negatively. And she usually doesn't see it that way because
Big
it's like
note.
people who are rich, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Right.
She has them in a category and stuff like
Mr.
that. But
Alex,
this
is
is
that
a
what-
regular person.
Oh shit, Cynthia.
Yeah. Huh?
Cool. No, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
that's the gist of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, okay, guys. Is there anything else you would like clarification on in regards to things that were discussed today, or?
Just real quick, for at least the near future, Bless is definitely gonna have an aversion towards Jinx.
Understandable.
And not be super super happy-go-lucky as he was.
He's
you know?
growing. He's learning. Yeah. He's evolving.
Well, I mean, he's
dealing with new
You're
emotions.
doing the guy that you were describing to us earlier.
Justin?
Oh,
no,
the first
I
stage
feel
of
like,
Justin.
but yeah, he was kindergarten Justin at the beginning of this, and now he is pretty close to 8th grade Justin.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Dude, that's
Hey,
a big
you know
jump
what?
right there.
I was telling them that despite the circle of despair, Justin's so much happier now than he does.
Oh, he's amazing now.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah, probably.
dude, he's a
That's
dope
what
ass
he does.
person.
For whatever
He's a
reason,
dope.
it's all
He's
up.
super happy all the time.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's super happy
Found
all the time.
happiness,
He's like
thank
he's
God.
into like having a great time.
Yeah.
But Blast is not there yet. Blast
Totally.
is like 7th grade Justin.
Yeah.
He's
He ain't
he's
smiling
pretty-
in any pictures.
No,
Is there
he's
anything
not.
that was talked about tonight that you guys want clarification on?
No, I mean, I think we're cool to just talk shit if you're cool.
Cool. Well, because I want to
So many
end the.
things, but
Stop
I
the
don't wanna
recording.
keep-
I'm gonna
Yes.
end the
Yeah,
recording.
we can stop the
I think
recording.
we're
We can
good.
stop the recording.
Okay, cool. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, we can stop it.
Before the recording ends, thank you guys for tonight.
Dude,
Tremendous.
Thank you, DM.
Thank you.
that was
Long
dude.
time.
That
Thank
was
you,
the
fucking
best
DM. That was
RP session.
that.
Yes.
Honestly, that is the best RP session I've
You made us
ever been
feel
a part
things,
of.
Ronnie. What the hell?
I have ever been a part of.
I was actually
Legitimately.
so pissed that you were about to leave us on a cliffhanger. I was
I
so
wanted
pissed.
to. I wanted to so bad, but then I was like, all right, like there's a little bit of time left. Because more than anything, I knew that. Let me stop the recording. Sorry.